Here with the vivacious Leah
Hey,
Renee.
hey, hey, hey. Good morning. How you doing?
And you are lovely, Miss Lady.
Oh.
I see this is a serious situation.
Thank you.
Also, you know the one and only clown prince of teddy bears. My man, Street General Ambassador Big Trice.
Hear me.
Yeah. We in here. What's going down,
Hey.
everybody? This is
What's up,
it's
y'all?
crazy. August 26, 2020.
Yes.
Jesse Coleman, impressive. This is impressive, sir. This is impressive. What I walked in on, I didn't know.
Thank you, sir.
We just talked on the phone. I didn't know it, man. I saw it on camera. I walked in. I don't know what to say, man. This is what they say is liberation going on right now.
No, this is that official expect the unexpected.
No question. No question. But thank all of y'all. Just having me in here, man, because it's a beautiful situation. So just I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Sav Prescott. I'm just here to quarterback. Try to make good plays. We want to make solid plays.
Well, we appreciate you coming in. We definitely appreciate you wanting to come be a part of, what we got going on. We also, we also are happy to be a part of, 419 Grind, because Rise and Grind is Jesse's baby, and he invited us all to be a part of it, and I'm just thankful. So, thankful that you're here and bringing your expertise. Big Trice, he's bringing his, expertise and personality, and
Period, Pooh.
it's gonna be great things going on. So my girl Alexis, I got my girl Alexis behind me. I don't know, is she in the
Hey,
camera?
Lex.
In the camera
She
view?
can lean
Yeah.
over.
Lean over here in the camera view, girl. That's my girl. She's sitting in, because she also sees the vision and sees the potential and wants to be a part of what we got going on. So we gonna see where we can fit her in. And so she's here just checking things out. So yeah, how y'all doing this morning?
And that's what it's all
wonderful.
about.
Beautiful.
Just an awesome opportunity when you get a platform like this, that from each and every last one of us, we all got a journey. And when you get a plight like this and the world is listening, as we talked about yesterday, Leah, show me our opponent. And we thank you for those that have set the
Yes.
template. That's why I'm excited, Dre, that you really in here, because just, we're going to give you your flowers, man, because I know you light-skinned it. So we got to get at it. We all
How long was that? That was, 2 minutes? How long we
Right
been
back
on? There you go.
we passed the weather. Yeah, it's gonna be hot today. It's gonna rain. Listen, we straight into trend topics. Look, I thought, wait, but y'all know Jesse was like, no, I ain't in there. I ain't gonna say nothing. It's a vibe. He didn't caught this thing. You caught the vapors.
True indeed.
But to have Dre Sav in the building, to give us a little spark this morning, to even be a part of lending what you lend, Dre. We make no beans about it. If you are aware of the 419, you're aware of Andre Savage
Yes,
and the Savage family. And as Leah just alluded to, Game Savvy Late Night was the benchmark of grassroots. Come get you some.
Right.
And now Jesse has picked that ball up and said, come get you some. And like you just said, when I walked in, when Leah got a part of this, even in his promo, it said the podcast with the industry's best sound equipment. Man, this ain't no game. And we coming for anybody that want it this morning. That's the mentality this morning on this morning show.
True,
Come for whoever wants some. Like you say all the time, Leah.
Get
What?
that smoke. I want all the smoke. All
This
the
that smoke this morning.
Yeah, that man. But look, Trice, I don't know what to say about that, bro. You
Love
didn't
my
have to do that,
419.
man.
Look, he ain't even got no hair on his neck and he rubbing.
Yeah, you crazy, man. No, I appreciate you, brother, man. I love you, man. It's a whole different situation. It's cosmic, and again, I even got vibe with Leah from way back, and they thought it broke it up, and the Lord brought it back, and we sitting here, man. And brother Coleman, then his family is my
Big
family.
shout out to Vic
his
Coleman
father,
and Jesse.
his
Yes,
father,
yeah.
his brother. They're my people. You know what I mean? So it's just incredible, man. I'm just humbled. Sitting here, man, I do appreciate, man, everything you said, man, your kind words, brother. But no,
You think I mean it, or you think I'm just talking? Because I might be like, Drake, stop talking, let Leah talk.
I know you don't play, man. I know you don't play. I know you don't play, big dog.
Because you my brother.
We
And just a little real quick, like me and Drayden got to the point where if we was in the presence of each other, we would have been hitting. That's just how And now we sitting here today and we have worked through that through Kings, and now we have to show others when you have a disagreement and you don't agree with everything.
Right.
Even for women, you gotta be able to find a way to get a task done. Like now, nobody knows our history. They just listen to what we saying and have no idea what we been through. And look at what God would do it if we give him a chance, as he give us a chance. And so you're right, man. A big shout out to Lee from the front. Yeah, I got you, Mike Purdue. Quick plug.
Mike P.
He repping you in the studio with us.
Jesse let me do it. He let me do it. He's always way. He said, it's all good.
I said, you're going to wear the blue shirt. Everybody wearing the blue shirt today.
I'm still putting my shirt. Yeah, I'm definitely getting my shirt on.
But we had to get that one out the way.
I called in already for mine.
Right after the commercial, we're going to change that shirt. But Jess, Mike, if you're listening, and I know you will because this will be heard again, please put Leah Renee in some of your, man, let her get the motto in some of that.
Yes, please.
Yeah, I would second that. Yeah, I second that. Yeah, I second
Put Leah in that?
Hey,
oh, my God.
Any of you boutiques out there who want to sponsor my apparel, I will definitely model and promote you. Yeah. And, let's get this work.
I do too. I take Old Navy. I wear mediums. I wear Smarts.
We get you.
Ain't nobody, folks don't make 4X's no more. Everybody, y'all just be. That's the thing. Like that's a topic. Why y'all just be forgetting about?
Wait a minute. What size is your shirt? Oh, wait a minute. No, never mind. That's 3X.
It's a 3X, and
what it fit?
Do you hear how I'm breathing through the mic, man? Like I'm trying to make this thing work because we on the podcast, and I'm looking up at I look decent, but brother,
you look good in blue, bro.
What up, cuz?
Oh no,
we took it back there. And it feel like cousins in here today, Leah and Mike.
Yeah, absolutely, man. It's a heavy situation, man. So we love you, Rise and Grind, everybody. We in here first too. We got to say thank you, Greater New Psalmist Church. Pastor Dr. Rashawn Hall. Did I say it right, Leah? Rashawn Hall.
Dr. Breon Hall.
Breon Hall.
Yes.
So thank you.
And he's watching. He was watching yesterday,
yes,
too.
Yes, absolutely. Shout out to Greater New Psalmist Church and Dr. Breon Hall. We appreciate you being our first sponsor, and we appreciate all the love and support. He's definitely been, trying to put me on the map. He had me interview him on his show, and
After Dark.
His show gets way more views than mine. And so I had a chance to kind of, put him in the hot seat, so that was fun.
New Psalmist. I'm gonna put him on the map. I'm gonna put Dre and Leah on the Jeopardy TikTok. What is the address of Greater New Psalmist? Where is it located in the city of Toledo?
3251 Glendale Avenue.
Oh,
thank you, Liz. There you go.
Yep, you can.
That girl smoke. She told you.
Oh, that's what that queen do.
And they have a food giveaway every week. So 3251 Glendale Avenue. First
she had it loaded.
First Sunday of September, they're coming back on campus. It's going to be their first service on campus. It's going to be outside on the lawn. It's still social distancing, and they're going to have food, and I think he said a bouncy house and all type of stuff. So 3251 Greater
Family Affair.
3251 Glendale Avenue, Greater New Psalmist Church.
Hey, I want to do a shout out. We got Andrew Z.
What?
Hey,
That's
what up, ZZ?
Shout out to Andrew Z.
What up, Z? Now that's radio royalty.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
Z
jump
right
off right
there.
there since how Trice gave me the love. Yeah. Then I gotta say that's the Lord. That's the royal right there, man.
Yes, sir.
That show you the people not trying to make money in Toledo because he ain't on the air. How is that? That mean that show you. So that go to all program directors. You heard it.
I love it.
What you doing? What you doing with your morning game? But it's all good. Love,
and Z got a lot of energy.
Man. Yeah.
Dope, dude. Hey, Z, I need I gotta get a hookup. But Leah, just real quick, just thank you because you was right. I mean, you had that in the chamber, locked and loaded.
Professional.
Representing and thanking our sponsor, New Psalmist and Pastor Hall. And you had that. Like,
well, you're welcome.
And I know he appreciated and the ministry and the work that they're doing. And so many other faith-based that's trying to work through this pandemic and just trying to
Shout out to First Church of God. I always have to mention them.
She got to go to Bishop Cup.
Everything can jump off, but the church can't go off, though. You can't go back to church. Y'all notice that? Nobody knows that? Like, everything else can pop off. Can't do that.
Right.
Can't go back there.
Crazy, right?
That's interesting. Oh. Okay. 419-540-3566. That's kind of heavy.
Chime
right
in
there.
Here.
Yeah. Sorry, Doc. It was Dr. Hall. I mean, I know you noticed that. That's interesting. They put the shackles on the church.
It is.
Can't do that.
Right.
Just a real quick, just want to make sure that we let everybody know that they can, this is being live streamed. You can go to Google.
Global game.
Spotify. Apple,
iHeartRadio.
iHeartRadio.
Oh, wait.
Live. It's gonna be on YouTube later.
Did y'all even know we was on that many channels?
And
It's actually up to it's like 15 channels. Google Podcast, Breaker, Pocket Cast. I
know.
can't name them all.
I'm looking at black excellence in the room, like
Yes.
mixed with black and brown excellence, our Latino community.
Yes, Blaxican. Yes, can't forget my Latina. My Latina.
¿Cómo estás? Mucho bueno. Sí,
Muy
sí.
bien, papi.
Oh, I don't know where to go from there, but it's getting caliente up in this
Yeah,
thing.
caliente. Well, then we'll get trending topics. What's trending?
And
now?
what's
'Cause we can go to
trending?
that.
What's trending?
Well, what is kind of heavy though overnight though, everybody in terms of the news. Just I don't know how far you want to go into that, but some of the not so fortunate information and current events and happenings with regard to our friends in Wisconsin and whatnot. Obviously, so this situation has extended now, and it is becoming more unfortunate because now we have death following protests, et cetera. Obviously, injuries and things like that going on. So nothing more significant than that happening around the world and certainly in our nation. And the circumstances behind all of this are very confusing. A lot of energy in a lot of different directions. So I'm very excited and kind of interested to hear, especially from you guys, especially from everybody out there. Again, 419-540-3566 is how you plug into the conversation. The Rise and Grind is underway. Get up, get moving. And so when you get up and get moving, you find out that things haven't moved much. Okay? And we still standing here in this nonsense.
And you're right. With so much uncertainty going across the world, Lexi, and she's in the studio. She's just behind the scene. And Jesse, and to your point, Dre, like, man, they still killing us. They still shooting at us. But you know what? And I'm gonna say this: you gonna have to shoot me. And let me say that because I ain't nothing to play with. I'm coming. I don't go to protest because, and this is. What's that disclaimer? The views of this is not right. Yeah, because y'all all looked at me like, what?
My tree stairs like, where's he going?
Where is he going with this?
But you gonna have to, because we go back to some of the situations. Do you know what kind of creatures we are as humans? Like, we do some I just looked at Hussein Bolt. They just had him in the news. He caught the coronavirus, so we wish him a speedy recovery. But I say that because we are some extraordinary people. Like, y'all I was listening to What's Free by Rick Ross, Jay-Z, and Meek Mills, and they was talking about how you try to feed us pork and what we ingested, and we went through that, and we made it through that. We came over here with shackles. We came over here in chains, and look this is where we sitting at.
Right.
So when we talk about even a few years ago when the young brother at the Waffle House, I think in Atlanta, the officer, he took the gun from the guy or from the guy that was going to whatever that situation was, he was going to shoot him, and the brother made it happen and took the gun or whatnot. So the reason I say that is because when we talk about having to stop something that you can't control and you have no power, like, we are extraordinary.
Yes.
And I don't go to protest, me personally, because I don't want to agitate you, because if you agitate me, I don't give a damn about your gun, none of that. I'm going to try it, and I know you're going to have to do something in response to that. So we got to protect what we go. So ain't no sense of me running down there cussing and getting all in your face and all that, because if you say something to me, now I got to react, and that ain't going to work out probably good for me.
It's just tough because every energy is always high with all this, because the emphasis and the inspiration for all this is so intense that we have a horrible beginning point for a communicative situation, which isn't really happening. That's the whole issue. Like, there's no aggression that's going to solve this, because if you're talking about us, let's say, okay, people of color, and we're out here, we're upset, and we want to lash out and we're ready to fight back. But see, the problem is we can't get aggressive. We don't have enough guns. There's not enough artillery to stand off with the military or any governmental agencies and what have you. They're designed and trained for situations just like this. So with that said, let's use our brains though and look at a systematic play in terms of we're being set up too though, because all this is being broadcast now. It's not that these things weren't going on, as we know, but they're now being seen But sometimes you have to ask yourself, what about the timing of when that happens? And it's not to lessen any of it in any way, but I would be honest with you guys and be a lie if I didn't say I'm stuck on Rodney King and how that still got off.
Right.
In terms of how we got from there, and as we sit here now talking about a stagnation and no movement, period. And we're still talking about the same things, and we're still asking for something that was never in existence for us. When we start talking about, even as we said, in BLMs, and we want equality of what? It's a system designed that didn't include you, though. And some people keep telling you that wasn't, you weren't in the program when they wrote this up.
Absolutely, and that's a great point, and that's why even having when we see our women stand up, like, y'all really, the Breonna Taylor situation, the Tamir Rice,
Crazy.
like, and so when we see the power, and that's why Senator Harris, in this particular respect, has so much power, because when you talk about igniting, Jack Ford told me, but rest in peace to Jack Ford, he told me, he said, in this community work, in this outreach work, he said, you can't do nothing in the community without the black and brown woman. And Senator Harris, and I'm saying if she really, Leah, take that queen, that crown that she has, and ignite us in a way that don't play with us. Mm-hmm. Ignite, because men will do some crazy things about a woman. Just like when the mayor of Atlanta, and my girl in Ohio, the House Democratic chair, Amelia Sykes, my Tuskegee sister, when they got them threats, I'm going to hold that, and I'll be willing to lose it. So when T.I. went to bat for the mayor of Atlanta, when she got them threats and they said that they would do, just like when Beyonce got them threats, Mr. Farrakhan and all them put that, man, if you mess with them sisters, man, it can start something that they ain't even, we'll lose it. Now, doesn't mean that, and I thank God that our women don't, because we think about the women in our family. Like, I tell my sisters and my aunt, please don't hit that man. Because you hit that man, I ain't got nothing to talk about. And you could be wrong. Right. So y'all really protect us.
Right.
Because if y'all ignite us, just like Dre said, it wasn't built on, so what I got to lose? And so, Lee, I definitely want you to speak to that, because, and I'm going to hand it off to you in this way. I saw a quote, and I told you I was big on quotes, that said, bless those that sacrifice their life at the sea. Bless those who sacrifice their life at sea. So when they was coming to get us, no, y'all ain't about to take me over there and put me through what we going through now. I'm gonna jump off here. Wow, you rather do that than give life? So that power of that woman, and you know that woman can move that needle in a way that can really spark up change.
I agree. Thank you for acknowledging that, because as I said on Real Table Talk last night, as I spoke with Gary and Kenny, we talk about racism all the time, which is, it needs to be addressed. It needs to be talked about. It is a horrendous issue we've been dealing with for far too long, but no one ever talks about sexism and this gap between men and women, and it just keeps getting wider and wider. And there's so few of you who are willing to acknowledge the power and the beauty and the intelligence that manifests in the black and brown women. And so many times we're getting on social media seeing our men say, and I don't, I'm Latin too, so but they'll say things like I seen a post.
Let me get my mask. I'll take you away from that.
I seen a post one day. It was a picture of Jeezy and his fiance. Beautiful woman. She's a beautiful Asian woman. She's got a great career. She's, I'm sure she's a beautiful woman. And I guess somebody had posted like basically Asian and Latin women have something that I don't remember what it was word for word, but basically shitted on the black woman, and it's like, you can praise Latin and Asian women without like shitting on us. Like, why? You know what I mean? And it's like, why as black men, so I, like I said, I appreciate that you acknowledge that. I just wish that more of our black men did, because there's so many of are black men now that are putting us down, that are, cutting us down, and we feel like now we're in competition with the men. We're not even just in competition with the ladies anymore. We're in competition with the men now, and that's crazy to me. I don't understand it.
Well, look, we're talking. It's like now as I listen to you guys, though, what we're talking about in its entirety is there's a value misconception here, obviously amongst ourselves. And one thing I would say, even though we stress that our sisters of color obviously have not been celebrated properly, and there's some layers to that too, with respect to what we do to ourselves to kind of perpetuate some of the energy that's coming at you, Leah, that's not really happening. Because honestly, let me say this, it's not just Trice. My thought is this, and I have to tiptoe with it, but I would go so far as to say you're not really clear on who God really is, because there's only one way to get here. It's only one way to get through the path of life, only one, through the female. Only way you can do that. So even if I was going to cross up the mix, right, I would shape the narrative to convince you that it's man's world, James Brown, and do all that, but it's really not, though. Because who else can hold down the family, 8 kids, and do all that? We don't do that, Trice. We don't do that. They do that all the time. Now, not that that's good. Now, I don't understand why we're not there. And because I go there, I'm one of those. I've been through that, too. You know what I mean? And not being in position, right? And that's some other shows we'll get to. I'll flow with that one. You know what I'm saying? But I'm saying it breaks down and not protecting our daughters, our mothers, our wives, or this or that. We know we're not doing that, fellas, collectively. And then and you mentioned Jeezy, because that's what I'm jotting. It's like, Jeezy, what did you say, though? Because we all love him, and we keep it real for our niggas, and we do this and that, and Jeezy and all them boys in our hood image. But what she say? Jeezy's fiance, while he tell you to dump hoes and do what you do.
Exactly.
He got a fiance. Snoop got a wife. Dre got a wife.
Exactly.
Pac was getting ready to get a wife.
Exactly.
See, wait. So how am I supposed to have all the hoes now again? Now they looking at me talking. They like, oh, I know you not saying. Yeah, I'm saying, because I don't have a wife, and that's still an issue. Especially at this age, it's not a good look. It's not a good look. Okay, so. With that, we not celebrating that. We celebrate the dude that doesn't have that. He's on the top of the charts. When Black Thought should be on the top of the charts. That should be the #1 rap, man.
Black Thoughts.
You know what I'm saying? So is what's on your mind? You're gonna go switch it up. So there it is, man. We go. That's what's on your mind. Just that is what's on your mind. We need to know what the people what's on your mind.
What do y'all think?
You know what I mean?
About
As we say this, we cross this bridge and we talk about that. As we came from the Wisconsin, we know that's terrible. We tragic. We had a couple more people killed. Again, several more injured with that situation. So again, it's unfortunate that we keep on the path of tension. Everyone's upset. Everyone's hostile about everything. And that's one thing you stressed, Trice, when we came in. It's a love environment in here. And we're not supposed to be able to do this.
And it's so
in all our shades as we sit here. You know me and you, we're
sure.
not supposed to be cool. You already know. That's a no-no.
So it's actually, and I know we're gonna we got to get to.
And I'm sorry, but I do celebrate you too, Leah. Yes, the women.
That is so.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
The culture. This is a culture when you walk in this room.
Yes.
And it's a culture because that's what the executive order came through. That's the tone he set when he put us all to the table, and everyone that wished to be a part of this. He said he wants it, and he being in the room with us right now on there, he said, I want this to be an inviting situation. And you felt that when you walked in. I felt that with that.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
And his quietness sometimes, and Jesse's quietness and his humble, like he said, sometimes you'll get over, he'll think that, a person may think that, he just kind of laid back. He'll let you do anything, run over. No, because if you
Jesse
hit that.
will check you real quick.
Like wreck.
In a real subtle way.
Jesse, be careful with that.
In a real subtle way.
Be careful with
because
that,
these
buddy.
is his toys, and it's so crazy that, and I thank God for his parents growing up in the Alberta Browns. We just kind of, that's what this show is, expecting unexpected. So it might seem like we bouncing. Yep, we is. Keep the ball. Can you dribble? That's what this thing is. Because he's from a place, and we say the Alberta Browns and the projects and what come with the projects, that when you don't have much, you kind of hold on to what you do, and you don't let nobody else in. Jesse said, come on in, play with my toys. And here it is. You can, what? I told him that yesterday, like, man, you let me play with, like,
right.
I ain't got the SBA money yet. I ain't get the PUS. I ain't get that. I can't, if I break one of these mics, man, in this little place, bro, like,
Listen.
I got to work for you. Like, dude, I got to go wash your car. So when you said an inviting piece, we talk about value. And you just said that, Dre. You said what we value. We got to get back into, and when it starts with us, now we got to get back. We got to walk in value. So I value you.
And can I just piggyback because it's set up, and since it's here, and Leah set it up. Now again, this is where I'm about to lose some of the people already because I take this example because it's one of the most recent and relevant ones, right? My girls, and I love Cardi B. I'm cool with Meg. I'm not where I'm at with her so with her whole. But the whole thing is, notice why they're at the top of the thing. Now the song hot and all that, I get that, right? But think about it, you got babies and stuff. When you sit in the car, when you hear that, when you get to now we rocking and we kicking. Don't get me wrong, cause y'all know
I went to Tuskegee. That was in it.
Yeah.
I'm like,
man,
I don't want my niece or my daughter.
And from that, we came from fucking I get some money. What about that? That's repeating, right? We all know the music. So I'm just saying we celebrate that part of ourselves, and the other people that's not doing that is that's corny.
Right.
We don't want that. We don't want that. We want it as raw, and that's what we like, and we celebrating that. And God bless those artists. They got to eat. I'm not hating on them. Get your money. But again, at what price are you getting your money? Then nobody's asking that question.
That's what Otis
we don't asking ourselves that.
What message are we sending?
And we keep reinforcing it. We get it. Everybody's rocking. It's fine and dandy. But again, those are reinforcements we don't need. Again, and what we do need, though,
that song really wasn't that hot. I only made it about 35. I only made it about 35 seconds in before I shut it off because it just wasn't even hot to me. I mean, don't get me wrong. I used to like Cardi B. I like Cardi B. I like Meg. They're whatever. But I don't know. I feel like they're just. It's like come with some new. Come with something new.
It's just an easy route
to talk about.
Real quick. Speaking of this though, but I know Pastor Hall would agree with what we said, and so we
especially
appreciate
right
him.
now. So we walk right into.
So thank you, Pastor Hall, and the Greater New Psalmist Church for bringing us to you. Yeah. So yeah, but again, like you said, I'm not dissing them either because those young black queens, we get it. Latin queen, we get it, and they get the struggle. But notice. That's done. There's an executive order in that pushes that. I order more units of that.
Right.
I need that pushed out. We're streaming that. That's hot. But there's also was a Lauryn Hill at a time. We didn't do that with that. That album should have took the planet over, and our girls should have heard that.
And with that being said, because this is hot, this is the morning show. Rise and grind with the grinders.
Rise and grind.
Y'all don't go nowhere. Stay right here. We're going to go pay some bills.
If you're tired of church as usual and you're looking for something invigorating, exciting with passion, then the Greater New Psalmist Baptist Church, 3251 Glendale, is the place for you. We are a people that's determined to occupy all streets while cultivating cultural change. The only thing's missing is you. Meet us at 3251 Glendale Avenue as we continue to be relevant and occupy all streets while cultivating cultural change.
Back.
Welcome back to the Rise and Grind Morning Show with yours truly, your boy Big Trice, the lovely Leah Renee.
Hey.
And we got in the studio today the real pinnacle of
here you go.
the real pinnacle of giving the camera some views. Dre Sav with Love My 419, Channel 24, BCSN, Game Savvy Online, Late Night and Out. Man, the conversation and with our executive producer.
419-540-3566.
Question of the day. 419, what's on your mind? Give us a call at 419-540-3566. We want to hear from you.
Now, this is where we come in and we see who really hot this morning, who really rises this morning.
Let's do a giveaway.
We got another giveaway.
Okay, now how we do the giveaway, how we do the giveaway is, it's almost like the game where you got to hit the button. Who calls in right now? Hit that number right now. Whoever call in right now.
419, what's on your mind? Give us a call at 419-540-3566. We want to hear from you.
And you got to share this, and you got to subscribe. But when you call, you got to rep who you repping. Who you like, Leah? Who you like, Dre? Who you like, Jesse? Who you like, Big Trice? Come on, call right now. Call. Get on the phone and call. We got to get our little drops and stuff ready. This show is about to be the #1 urban radio podcast in the world, and I claim it and I'm walking in
yes,
it.
Yes, claiming it.
We not playing no games. Call in right now, and I don't think they heard me because I was talking through it. Hit them with the number one more time.
419, what's on your mind? Give us a call at 419-540-3566. We want to hear from you.
Uh-oh, I hear the phone. And it's jumping. I bet this my people. I bet this my people. I bet this my people. I know this might be. This might be my cousin. This might be my cousin. Hit him with the number one more time.
Turn the volume down.
Turn your volume down, please.
What's this?
I did.
Yo, good morning.
Good morning. Who is this?
Can you hear me? It's TJ. What up, yo?
TJ. It's TJ again.
TJ gonna have his own little segment on this show.
Right.
This the cut.
I do hit every morning.
I love it.
Listen,
I
don't even want the donation.
Cause you doing our shirt, so you just know that TJ, you about to do our shirt. So just know that.
You already know.
TJ, I gotta ask you, man, because you're listening and they're listening live. You are following the show. You love the show. We know it. I got your shirt in the back of my trunk under the bread that I got from the kitchen. Under all that stuff, all the pastries and stuff. So you got to kind of shake it off. But TJ, what you feeling? What the show saying to you this morning?
Man, I love it. It's been nothing but good talks. It's actually speaking out to everyone, man. We need to learn to value ourselves, learn to value our women, protect our women.
Yes.
We got to go from there. It starts with us.
Troy D,
Yes.
King, appreciate that perspective, man, because that's what we not hearing, man. We not holding ourselves accountable, fellas. It's not about me being better than you being better than him. And the next, man, we losing. Collectively, we losing.
Right.
And then they killing us
Yes.
flat out in your face. And then what we going to do about that? You know what I mean? Because we could turn this conversation into another angle in terms of why are we killing each other? Black Lives Matter.
Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely.
We appreciate you, brother. No
yes,
question.
we appreciate you, TJ. We appreciate you
I appreciate you guys, too.
staying tuned in
Hey,
and sharing
TJ.
and just showing the love and support, man, because we need it. We
TJ.
need y'all.
I'm gonna get you another
Yes, sir.
shirt. I'm gonna get you another shirt. What color you want? You want blue, black, or red?
We ain't got
it don't
brown
matter.
or orange.
Surprise me.
Surprising. Okay, I got you.
Man, thank you so
Hey,
much
I
for.
don't, I don't
you
want
so
that
much.
orange, man. That orange remind me of the county. I don't want
Hey, TJ, as Leah said yesterday, what show you rocking with this morning, man?
419 grind.
That's right. Rise and grind. Rise and grind.
Thank you, man.
Yeah,
You have
I'm
a
on
great
my
day.
way to work right now. All right, y'all too.
Have a great day at work.
Man, I understand that we got DJ Trav listening in, looking at Trav. I need you to call right now, Trav. DJ Trav.
DJ Trav, where you at?
I need you to call this morning, man, because we want to kind of get a quick brief about what you got going on too, Trav, because you see you doing it. And that's what I like about what you did yesterday, Leah. You set the tone we don't care about your pockets. We don't care what you done did. Everybody can get some of this.
That's right.
You started yesterday, Leah, and just gave out the love to the Tisha Lees, to Mix 95.7, to Hot 97, Hot 95.
Hot 97.3.
Hot 97.3, 95.7.
Yes.
Brandy Brown.
Yes.
Andre Savage.
107.3 The Juice,
107.3
Mr.
The
Charlie
Juice.
Mack, Charlie Chuck.
Charlie
And
Chuck. Yep.
big shout out to the
Tommy K.
Oh,
Yes,
Tommy
definitely.
K.
Tommy K, you gotta go to the legend.
I'm gonna call you later to get your system set up. So I'll call you.
Tommy K, if you listen, that's right. And y'all make sure y'all tune in each and every Saturday morning on the Home Time Live with the guys.
And
Big shout out to
listen
Skyler.
And Trice show on Saturdays.
Absolutely.
McEarl.
Dante Amazing Maze.
Yeah.
And that's what this podcast is, because we got listeners. So it's about increasing our platform.
Yeah.
Leah, you talk about that often, about platforms and views and who has a following. Why not increase somebody else following? And that's what the 419 Grind podcast is.
That's what we're about.
Go to the YouTube page, subscribe, like the page on Facebook, tell somebody. And if you tell somebody and you share it, I'm going to throw you something. Tree's going to give me your Cash App. I need y'all to call in right now. We're waiting on some more callers. Y'all can call in right now. Get the number. Call this number at
419, what's on your mind? Give us a call at 419-540-3566. We
Hey.
want to hear from you.
Hey Dre, guess who's
sir.
watching out in L.A.?
What was that?
Your boy, JQ Cole.
We like that. You back at me, Q?
From Game 7 late night.
Yeah, alumni, big time. No, I just caught him. I had to sneak out. Hey, I had to cover up the address. I was riding on the live, not listening to ladies hollering out directions. Like, whoa, we can't take these people's house.
But wait a minute, a lot of people, I don't know who JQ is.
That's my brother, man. JQ Cole. He was,
hold on. You know, this is an actor, brother.
Yes.
A real actor.
Oh,
no fledgling actor.
JQ,
okay?
we coming back?
Yeah, he's not an aspiring actor. You know.
Hello, Rise and Grind.
Yo, this Big Trav.
Hey! Look, he really came in with a Dallas Cowboy with that, and Dre like that with that.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
You know what that is?
Prescott.
Y'all know that's the Cowboy, man.
Yes,
that's
sir.
your local
For
Cowboy,
sure.
man.
So
What's
what's
good?
up?
Yo,
What's up, Dre? What's
Trav.
up? No, I'm saying Dre, and I'm saying I'm about to work because y'all Cowboys, but
Hey, I'm a Cowboys fan too, bro.
Oh,
Man,
it's
all right,
deep.
so
I
I'm
never
going-
get around
Man, I
this
didn't-
many. I'm always the lone clown.
so yeah, let me speak back to Trav. Hey,
Yeah.
Trav,
yo.
because I ain't got a team in the game, but you know I hear all these Cowboys in the air. Trav, good morning, man. How you doing? Thanks for being on
Good
the Rise
morning.
and Grind
Good
show.
morning.
Yes, thank you for
No
calling
doubt.
in.
So
No doubt, no doubt.
on the DJ Trav and Q show, man, you have, and those that's listening, those that's watching, check it out on Facebook, the DJ Trav and Q show. Trav, you are, and I got Dre here, so I'm got Dre, so I got to watch how I go out. But Trav, man, you invited me on there to be a part of the show, and I was just excited because, man, you really going to tap into who we see as celebrities and things of that nature. So first, before we actually get into that piece, and they still call it Trav, what do you see
Yo.
that you watching this morning at whatever time it is? Because I'm looking at the client. It's 9:08.
9:15 Eastern.
9:15. What you see on this show, man? Because you got a show.
You know what? I see everybody. I see King. I see all the y'all kings and see the queen. I see y'all doing y'all thing. It's all good. You know, I know Dre's work. You know, I see you in the community. You know, I know y'all good guys. You know, I don't know Jess, but I done seen his work. Look like he do good work. He look like a good dude. Look like he a professional.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Everybody looks
And
solid,
Leah.
man. You
And
know.
Leah.
Oh yeah, no doubt. Beautiful queen.
Thank you.
And,
Thank you.
So
It's looking good, you know. I mean, but but look who involved. I mean, you can't go wrong with everybody involved. So
Right.
I mean,
Thank you.
it's only gonna be good things, man.
and
I
now
mean,
we got
it's
you on the
already-
line too.
Appreciate
It's already
Appreciate you.
successful.
This should
Yes,
be a
sir.
Oh
game.
no, man! I'm nothing, man. I'm nothing.
No, y'all don't
I'm
know,
just-
man. This go back though. This big Trav, like Trav, he's not saying that, man. We define as college. We talking about alumni in here,
Okay,
right?
okay.
So that's another thing. No, that's how far back we go. I
yeah.
want to reveal the ages. We're not gonna go to the section of what part of time it was going off, but just know we know that as well, man. So we go way back, brother. We appreciate that support, no question, man. So it's always good, man. I hope everything's well with you and yours, man, in this uncertain
Oh, yeah.
health time.
Oh yeah, no doubt. You know, the podcast was a circumstance of the COVID-19, man. Working for the school system, I knew I was gonna be off, man. So I said, man, let me get into this podcast game. I said, everybody got one, why not? So I got into it, to keep me busy, and and I put my connections together and called in my resources, and it's been working out for me.
Absolutely. Can you share with us some of the guests that you have had that's on the DJ Trav and Q show that you done had this far, man? Because you done had some of the biggest names in the entertainment and music industry in this pandemic time.
Well, probably our, on Friday we had 112, and whenever you can get a person that got a Grammy on your show, that's dope.
Absolutely.
I mean, and then Busy Bone from Bone Thugs and Harmony. When you got Grammy nominated and Grammy type people on your show, that was what was dope. But for me, the biggest, my favorite artist was Spice One, MC8,
Yeah.
and Code 187 from Above the Law, because I grew up listening to that.
You know, that was in my car. I knew them songs by heart.
And now you
So
talking
that
to
was
him
like-
on the phone and on your show.
Yeah, that was well, Spice One, I didn't DJ for him like 3 times. So, you know, me and him already had a relationship, you know, so I'd already got over that. But, you know, having him on the show, you know, he actually called me. He seen I had the show, and he called me and was like, I want to come on the show. And he had to get some shit off his chest. And he was on there for 2 hours, man, get some shit off his chest. So
Absolutely.
So that was memorable. That was memorable.
So we got the lovely Leah
Hello.
in the
Hey, Leah.
Hey.
I see her. Beautiful queen.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate
So
that.
as we talk about who you had, and Leah is such a diva when it comes to connecting to women. Trav, what would you say as it would relate with Leah, as you say you're looking at her right now, that she should continue to inspire other women to do? And have that conversation with her, because you are a married man. You got a whole daughter that wants to get into what you doing. You have a wife, and you see Leah doing it. So now your daughter can see someone's as beautiful as Leah saying, go crack the mic. Go speak. Go be you.
Now, Leah, you know, Leah got
I
what
was
it
say,
takes
did the
to
thing
make-
cut off? I'm about to say you kind of.
No. She, you know what? She got what it takes. You know, when I got into it, you know, I really think a lot about things before I do them. And when I was getting into it, you know, 'cause for me, my motto is the Breakfast Club. You know, they got two guys, they got 2 kings and a queen. You know what I'm saying? And so, you know, so I have been on the lookout for a female to add to the show, man, because after a while, 2 dudes get old.
Hey, you should see the
They
way
get
Jesse
old.
just looked. You should have seen the way.
Yeah, that get old, you know, that get old. You know, you got to have a female to kind of break that male perspective up, you know, and Leah, I love Leah's voice, you know,
Thank
she's
you.
pretty, you know, you need a female on your show. That's another reason for guys to tune in, you know, and when you got a female on the show, I mean, dudes, she's pretty, so dudes are tuning in just to see her.
Aw,
So,
thank you.
so that's the element. That's a strategy. That's a strategy in having a podcast or doing a show. You know, you want to, you know. So I am on the lookout. You know, to add a female. You know, I want to.
They messing with you, Trav. They say it sounds like it's tampering. Travis, Trice over here suggesting.
no,
He's suggesting.
Let me tell you what the
tampering.
exec. Hey, look! If you're looking right now, this is what the executive producer has said. Leah, you gotta say it. That's what. No, go ahead, Trav.
No, I ain't gonna pull that. I ain't gonna pull the.
She might get a feature though.
Yeah, Trav. Yeah.
Definitely.
I'm just joking.
I don't want to pull the Suge Knight, man. Be like, if you want to come to a podcast where the executive producer ain't all up on you and shit, come to the Good Trav and Q show.
Oh man, goodbye.
All in your breaks, just stepping all over.
So how that make you feel, Leah, when you hear somebody like DJ Trav? He is kind of the iconic DJ around here, but he's giving you homage.
Of course.
What-
I mean, I'm blessed.
You are.
My cheeks hurt. You know, I appreciate it. I try to remain humble. You know, I'm nowhere near where I want to be. I'm just trying to ultimately get to the level that God wants me to be on. And
He saw the best in
He saw the best in me.
Greater
Yes,
New
so, you
Psalm
know.
is church. Pastor Hall.
Yeah, so you know, it means a lot to me. It means the world to me because I'm just trying to do what I love, and I'm just trying to show young ladies and young women and everybody really that it doesn't matter where you came from. You can live your dreams. You just have to put in that work, you know. And that's it. So I appreciate the fact that a vet, you know, is is watching me and listening to me. That alone means the world to me. And the fact that you called in and you're speaking on my name, I appreciate that. You know, I do. I really do.
Trav, you gonna make her cry.
I cry easily. You know, I'm trying not
She's
to
doing a great job. She got what it takes, man. You know,
Thank you.
You know, I reached out. You know, I mean, it's some.
Oh,
other
he
ones
went in
the
her
area, too.
he went in her inbox and she ain't respond.
No.
Not just playing.
I did. No, I reached out to Tanya McCadney. I reached out to Shawana Wynn. You know, I think you know they're pretty as well. They got
Absolutely.
great personalities. I think they got what it takes. I think they got what it takes to do, you know, what Leah is doing. You know,
Absolutely.
Absolutely. And
so
I
Trav,
I seen Tanya giving it a try. You know, with you know, on one of Jess's spots. So that's what's up, man. She know her talent. So that's what's up.
and as you continue to build your brand and the DJ Trav Show, at those that's listening, make sure you go to it on Facebook. Let them know how they can reach you because we got to get out of here, Trav, and we got to get back. But let them know how they can follow the show, man.
For sure. First of all, you know, I just want to commend you guys. You know, you guys are doing a great job, and I want to encourage everybody to tune in on your regular scheduled time and take in what you guys are offering. As far as I'm concerned, you know, we Big Trav and Q Show on all social medias, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, you know, and then on my page, you know, so you can hit us up on any of those spots, man.
Well, man, thank you again for being a part of the
Peace and blessing, King.
The Rise and Grind
No
Morning Show. Y'all stay tuned. Keep it locked right here. It is the Morning Rise and Grind, the 419 podcast.
The Rise
Go
and
Blue.
Grind
Go
Morning
Blue.
Show is on 419 The Grind.
Oh, we question of the day?
No, we're going to call my brother.
We got to call, before we get to the question.
We
Question Q. That's the question of the day. What's going on in L.A., man?
Right.
Since I left. The other day.
Yeah, that was you driving down one of them major highways giving your dad a shout out, right?
Oh, man, tripping. Yeah. 67.
Hey, Mr. JQ Cole.
What's up? I'm looking for an actor.
What's up, JQ
I'm looking for
Cole?
somebody with a SAG card. I'm looking for a guy that's
The
got a
Rise and
SAG
Grind
card.
Morning
Is this
Show.
Andre Savage?
Man, no, man, it's Sav Sinclair, buddy. I tried to tell them they've been going off before I could say it. Yeah, man. I didn't get a chance to
This
switch
is
it.
Quan Cole. What's up, y'all?
Man, good morning, bro.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good
Good morning.
morning.
Good morning, big bro.
Good morning.
What's good, y'all?
He got up for you 6 a.m.
Yes,
Jay,
because
he
it's
got his 6
3
a.m.
I've been
there.
up. I've been up grinding.
Yes,
I'm
the
working
early
on
bird
the
gets the worm.
What audition you got?
So y'all know the show Rami on Hulu?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He wrote a new show that's coming on Netflix, so I'm going out for it too.
Oh, wow. Look at
Well, you got it. We claiming that.
Mud
I got
made
it.
all the way out
I'm
in
claiming
L.A. doing big things.
Hey, I'm claiming it.
I know
In
that's
the name of
right.
the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost.
Yes, sir.
Meshach
man.
and some bad Negroes too. Yeah, we going to
And
get
the
all.
bad Negroes. All of them. All of them.
So, man, I don't know you, so I'm just gonna speak your life into you because I see what you connected to, and maybe I don't because again I moved away from Toledo from a lot, man. But I hear Jesse speak so highly of his brother, man.
Yes, he does.
He a
And his
talented
other
cat.
sister.
Talented cat, bro.
And-
He a talented dude. That's what
And
I'm
his
say.
sister.
And his sister. So I'm gonna say to you, Jay, man, when you do, as you continue to do, man, make sure you let him know about your brother because your brother got something, man. He has the #1 urban radio podcast
Yes,
in the
and you
world,
are
bro.
out there in L.A., so you better put us on the map.
Let me tell you something. Everything I'm doing, I've watched this dude from when I was a kid. Like literally, like everything I can do.
Play that.
No, Keith,
Hold on,
probably do it better than
JQ.
me.
Hold on. Play that little soft music while he give you your props. Yeah, like you did us. Give us that music while he give his brother his props while he listen. Go ahead, Q.
Oh, his flowers got to be got. Like everything I can do, I've learned and watched him from playing basketball, from the instrument I play. I was a bass player, and he started playing the keys, and I wanted to do it. Electronics, art, drawing. Like as kids, we used to make up like stories with our toys or our neighborhood friends and do plays. And he was like one of the main creators. Like he is just, all of that. So everything he's doing, man, I tell this dude all the time. Like when I make this film, when I do stuff, like he is the first person that's like, it's a wrap. We just waiting for it to connect the dots like Voltron. You know what I mean?
Right.
They don't know
that's
about Voltron, man.
That's how it's looking. That's how it's looking. They don't know. See, now hold on. As you celebrate him, and JC is a bad boy, but see, he's acting like that's not him, though, right? Trice, you ever seen you hip to Snowfall? You hip to that?
I seen the show a little bit of it.
You seen the show? He had one of those. He slipped in and out of there.
He was on
Biscuit.
Snowfall. He was on SWAT.
He was on SWAT.
He
Your
was
boy
B-
Shamar
Wait,
Moore. He
B
did
Black-
all that.
B Black on
NCIA.
Wu-Tang.
Yeah.
So you was on SWAT with what's
Shamar
Samore?
Yeah.
Shamar Samore. I don't even know how to say his name. You was on there with Shamar Samore. I was like,
Yeah, he was
SWAT is my
NC.
show.
Yeah, he
They
was
had me running
NCIS.
around doing the whole scene as Obama with Obama.
Oh man, bro, man, stop
They just
playing with
filmed the whole
us.
one with me doing that.
Man.
Yeah, shit was crazy.
Man, you need to be sharing this right now on your live. Hold up, another word until you share this on your live, cause you that brother and
I
you
don't
my
know how to
cousin.
do that, man. I'm old, man.
All right, let me tell you, we about to walk you through it because you not about to get away with that one.
Yeah.
Go to your Facebook page. Go to your brother 419 The Grind. Hold on, y'all. We gonna walk through this.
Bet. Okay.
Yeah, hold on. Tell us when you.
And y'all can help me.
I'm looking at y'all.
419-540-3566.
So you looking at it, right? You looking at
right here. I can share it.
share it right from your page right now.
What, watch party?
Nope, don't do a watch party. Just share it.
Yep.
And put this my little bro. Put little bro on there, like little
No, it's
bro.
Big Bro.
Big bro.
It's Big Bro. Yeah, Jesse, JC the older. He
Big
the
Bro.
older one.
So share.
Yeah.
So when you get ready to share it, right, big bro, and share it right now, and tell me when done. Yeah, we gonna walk through this thing like
But
you
I'm
that.
fine.
Hey, come on
That boy,
now.
wow.
See, when you walking in your season,
Uh-huh.
I just shared it.
Man, again, thank you to the Rise and Grind Morning Show
Yeah.
with. Yeah, let's do this again. Come on.
JQ Cole.
JQ Cole,
Go.
and he's been a part of what TV shows and series and movies?
He's been a part of SWAT. First, he
so I
started off
did,
at Game Savvy. Late night. Go ahead, Wani.
Game savvy late night. So like, I was trying to decide if I really wanted to do this, and I promise you, it was Jesse. No, I was like going through a lot of different stuff, and I was literally like praying, and I ran into Savvy Sinclair at a gas station.
Where at,
And we
man?
had
Clark's on door. Y'all went to Clark's.
No, it was somewhere on Door Street though.
Yeah.
On Door Street,
Right.
That's funny. It was somewhere like that. And then like we had talked for a second, like in and out, because our family, you know what I'm saying, my pops, everybody, you know, they are cool. So then we start talking about the show. And it was like right there it had dropped, and then somebody else had me do a play at Bethel, my cousin Tubby Young, Calvin Frazier. Yo, shout out.
Big shout out to Tub.
He a bad boy.
Big shout out to Tub. I had did a play
On
at
the
Bethel
419
for
Grind
Halloween.
Podcast.
And then so at the same time I ran to Savvy, and he was like, yo, this is a show. And I was with him for like what? Almost 2 years.
Yeah, them first couple
Like-
years when we jumped it off. Yeah.
Grinding it off, and then I was like, Sav, I'm about to move. And then so I
Sav
jumped out
went
to,
crazy too, didn't he? Like, where you going? You ain't going. You
Yeah,
ain't.
push
Listen,
him. I'm like, no, let's hit
no.
it. Let's hit
No,
it.
real talk though, he been telling me about it the whole time though. So he in there like, see, Sav ain't Phil Jackson, but he is. Sav is more like Popovich, right?
Crazy.
So he more like Popovich.
Okay.
Like, and he was in there like, hey, if you gonna make this move A, B, and C, I'm not letting you get away with that. Nope, this, and that.
That's the part.
And
Tell him
you
we
wanted
fought.
that- and
We
he-
fought about not coming. We did all that, man, and he didn't.
All
He didn't
that,
dip
bro.
on
Like,
me
we
though.
did-
We ain't fall out.
No,
we ain't
no.
friends no more because I confronted you.
No, I saw
Because
the wisdom in it though.
We can't, man. Look at him though.
For
look
sure.
At him. Look at God, man.
And so you said,
And so that was a moment to like, it prepped me though, like flat out prepped me to leave, and it was right on time. And I was like wondering, okay, I'm about to make a decision to do something. Like I'm about to like make that choice to go chase my personal legend for what I'm supposed to be doing. And so it was like, it's hard. Like that was like, I remember my mom having cancer, breast cancer. Shout out to mom, dude, survived it. And I had like an ACL surgery at the same time. And I'm in her living room, right? Crying, writing a letter to God about what I want to do. Like I felt like Jacob, like wrestling the angel. And I wrote it down and I cried over it. Like only person I showed it to was my mom and some dude. I was playing at a church and he like looked at me and was like, yeah, God said he's gonna honor that list. And right after that, I ran into Savvy. Like promise you, a lot of that stuff was happening like at the same time.
wow.
So like then I
Respect,
left,
King.
Yeah.
So
came out here.
where's out here at, man? No, because where's
Yeah,
out
what part
here?
of LA are you in?
In
Because
LA.
I was in LA in
I'm in
2011.
Hollywood, right by the Hollywood.
Oh
Oh,
wow!
this boy on the Rise and Grind Morning Show
Yes.
right here.
All the way from Hollywood.
Hollywood on your bro show.
I'm
But go
literally
ahead.
in Hollywood. On my bro show, bro. On my bro show.
Yeah.
419 Grind.
Yes.
Yeah. And so moved out here. My homeboy told him 2 days later he sold his car, got a truck, hitched mine and mine, and we rolled out here.
Shouts out Magazine Fresh.
Mad Fresh, Marquez Blaylar own the conversation. Sold his car in 2 days. Got a truck. Mad Fresh, Marquise Blaylar. Hey yo, fashion business. This guy's a guru. Trust me. But so we rode out here on like, yeah, we about to make our dreams happen. Like, and we drove out.
How much money did you have? How much money did you have, Jay?
Oh man, let me see. I probably had like a G.
Okay, came in with a band, took a band.
Because I don't even think I had that much really. But what happened was, so I went to shout out to Starbound. I went there, Starbound in Toledo, and Wendy Davis was just guiding me through this whole situation. And so Allison Stoner, who also is from Toledo, her mom had a management company, and they became my manager before I left.
Wow. Okay.
So it was like God was just putting everything in place at the same time. Everything was crazy.
Y'all hearing?
When I was leaving.
That's right. And God always makes everything work.
So what they tell you is when it's looking crazy, that must be, see, God don't want you to go because the devil. No, that means you're supposed to go. Ooh. That's how I always looked at it. It's like, oh, something crazy happened? Okay, well, that means I'm going the right direction.
Right.
Like that's what I've always taken from it. So I came out. We had an apartment because of them. Guy they knew got us in there. So we was in there real quick, but I probably had a G, man, maybe. Something like that.
Okay.
And so we roll out, did our thing. Now I got into an acting class right away.
Yeah.
You know, them guys are still my friends. They doing their shit. So like I got around people.
Yeah, you can cuss on this one. You can cuss on this. So you doing your shit?
Yeah,
man, you good, man. There's some good shit you talking right now. The world is listening.
I should have asked.
You good, Juan.
All right, so okay, thank you. So I got into acting. I got to ask, you know, it's big bro. So
absolutely
protocol, man.
For sure, I understand.
I got into an acting class, and I was just in there, like, you know, every week getting my books, and I started to get a little better. I started going to little auditions. You know, I'm making some little mistakes, but I'm standing around people who kind of know what they're doing, right? You know what I mean? I'm not trying to, like, build my empire right away and be like, oh, yeah, I'm a producer. Nope. I'm trying to learn how to act.
Okay.
Like, that's all I was thinking about. Like, it's trying to get better. And then at one point, somebody told me about a school in London called Lambda. Shout out to Lambda, London Academy of Music and Dramatic Arts. And I went there to learn Shakespeare for a summer because I didn't know anything about it. So I was like, well, I'm getting better. My acting coach is English, and so my little brother's English. So I'm like, all right, well, I might as well go over there and learn what I'm doing now. Like, I need to learn the foundation of Shakespeare. He's like the original OG. So it's free. Not free. It's not an audition. So I go there. I pay like 10 stacks, and it'll tell you how I got it.
For sure.
And,
but you got it and did it. But keep moving.
Got it.
The hustle.
God is good.
And so nothing crazy, but like I had to do outside of what was normal to get that done in order to get there. So I got there, did the summer, was doing the summer program, and I got in a little trouble because I had people over at my apartment a lot. I was in the school, so they had to talking to me, and then they liked me from there. And at that point, they had seen me act already, so I asked if I can go to the school. No clue. I just, like, talked with somebody before I left. We did a vision board. We was talking about what we wanted. I said, I'm going to try to audition for any school I can get in when I'm there. And in the process, it was an 8-week course in the summer. And in 6 weeks, they let me audition to go to the school, not knowing that auditions were closed in February. So everybody that was in my summer course had auditioned and didn't get in. So they let me audition, and 2 weeks later, I found out I got in for their master's program, which started in a month, which is totally insane because I wasn't supposed to be at an audition at that time. Like, they had one spot left. And so did that, went through school like a year and a half, 2 years, and then got out, and that's when, like, the SWAT thing happened, Shamar Moore.
Wow.
Snowfall happened. John Singleton, shout out to him. That guy was my mentor. Like, he was just, anything I texted him, asked him, like, he would just respond, like, immediately. Like, he called me James Harden from Iowa.
That's you.
First 2 weeks.
That's you.
First 2 weeks. Like, the first day I walked on set, he walked, this is crazy. Like, so we're this God is crazy. God is amazing. Because if you just believe something, like, most people getting over it because they believe in something regardless of what they're going through, right? They're like, ignorance is bliss, or whatever you want to call it. They just believe it. It's like insane, right?
Right.
So I you know what I mean? You know what? Yeah,
Mhm.
that right was like, yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I know
So-
exactly what you mean.
I'm walking in there, and so I'm writing. Side note, I'm writing a script for like Kendrick Lamar album, right? And I kept saying for years, like, yo, John Singleton gonna be the one to help me with it.
Wow.
Like, he's the reason why I want to do film. And so I got that Snowfall, and it didn't even click yet. Like,
And then he popped up on the set, and you was like, oh, it's that.
yeah. So I'm in the table read, and I walk into the room, and I see the names sitting around the table, and I look at my name, and my name is sitting right next to John Singleton. Wow. And I'm like, I was like, I'm the first one there.
From Toledo?
I'm like, yeah. I was like, oh shit, my name right next to John. So I'm sitting there like, all right, bet. Sitting there, and everybody coming in, saying what's up to different people, meeting people, and then he walk in. Like 5 minutes later, this nigga walk in with a bean pie in his hand. Bean pie? Anybody want a bean pie?
Oh, he
Man,
pushing
I teased him the entire time, though. My brothers and sisters, the bean pie is the power of the black man. See, the black man must understand. I was pickled him the entire time. And then, you know what I'm saying? He's like, can you give me a plan? I was like, yeah, whatever you need. Da, 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 da. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that was our relationship. Anytime we was in the same, like, venue or something or for the premiere, he had me right next to him. You know, so, like, we talking. And so I leave. And my boys are like, yo, you ain't get a picture with him? I'm like, man, I ain't about to get no picture with that. Like,
it's not about
that. That was just me, but I was
sure.
being too cool, though. Like, so I ran back in. He was gone. Get back on set, long story longer. Get on set the first day. I walk up. He talking to D-Ray and whoever else is on there. And he walked to me and was like, hey, yo, James Harden, why you ain't called me or text me?
Wow.
And I'm like, in front of everybody, I'm like, 'cause you didn't get me
Now
your
you
number,
stuck.
John Singleton. Like, John Singleton, you didn't give me your phone number. Like, you're John Singleton. He was like, call me, put my number in your phone. Hey, y'all, this dude right here, he a real actor. Like, he went to London and everything. I ain't told this dude none of this.
For
I have
real?
no idea how he knew.
He did his research on you?
It's his project.
Dog, man, he knew somebody. Like,
Okay.
somebody told him. The
And
casting directors love me, though. So they was like, he was like, yeah, he a real actor. I'm talking about, like, Denzel and everything. D-Ray was like, oh, that's what's up. So we chopping up the whole time. Like, I'm just sitting in the video team with him the entire time. I don't even know that there's a green room behind the house we shooting at. Because I'm just that, like, new. And he like, oh, come on, put these headphones. Put knowledge on me, like, yo, Denzel, he did this. Y'all young actors need to understand this. Yo, Samuel Jackson, when he did shot, like, he just dropping, like, nuggets on me. I'm just sitting there like, oh. See, right here, they need to pull in close on this shot. So, like, it was just a blessing, bro. All of that, like, just taking from step to step. And then somebody from that show got me a Hamilton audition. Like, I don't know who did it. But, like, they was all asking me about theater and musicals. And, like, a month later, I got a Hamilton audition. I'm like, oh, who the fuck did that? Like, so it was just like, my whole trip has been, like, crazy. Like to the point, like, I'm keeping, like, childlike and hope and, like, just pure as, like, the Bible says something about, like, stay as a little child. So everything to me is like I'm just believing anything can happen at any moment.
Wow.
But it's been. I mean, I've been homeless like 3 times.
Expecting the unexpected, huh?
Expect the unexpected.
That was the theme of
Expect the
today's show.
unexpected and let it go.
Oh, that's the show.
What'd you say, Jeff?
Talking to JQ Cole, people, Los Angeles, California, 419, right at you. He's an actor, ladies and gentlemen. And when I say that, I mean that. He's not aspiring. He's busy, as you just heard.
He's booked and busy.
Working in the
here's
industry.
Here's the thing. Thank you for that. But here's the thing, too. I believe that what I'm doing now, like I learned discipline and a method and methodology in London, right? That I can grab onto any time. But like, I didn't start doing that then. Like that was something that I was doing before. I'm always like watching 4 movies straight in a row before I even left Toledo. I'm in school with Starbound. I'm working with Sav at Game Savvy. I'm constantly trying to do that. So I was already a working actor.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other stuff came because I'm willing to do it for free.
Absolutely.
Say that again. Jess, we got to roll that. Keep that too. You might keep that. Say that again, bro.
I'm willing to do it for free. You just have to pay me for my time because I have to use money to live in this world. So somewhere I got to have some time to have it, but I'm willing to do it for free. And when that kicked in, that this is just what I do, then the stuff start rolling. And anytime during this my time out here that I've lost track of that and try to just be, tight, then I can feel the momentum not be there the way that I feel it now.
Right.
But you know what I mean? So like that's what I got to. Where it's like, okay, this is what this is. Like this is what I'll do this for the rest of my life. I put my life on this.
Period.
This is what I chose to do something, and I'm putting all my eggs in this basket. There is no plan.
Ain't no
B.
backup
plan
plans.
B.
Right. Say that again. Ain't no plan
Zero.
B.
Ain't no plan B.
And it's so interesting to hear you say this, Jay, as I look at your brother, as I look at Leah, as I look at Lexi that's here, I look at Dre, and that you
Lexi Caldwell, what up?
that you gave us your time, man, this morning on the Rising.
Thank you.
You gave your big bro, to make sure that he good. So as you continue to be good and your brother continue to walk in their favor, man, do you know, man, it ain't no limit. Like, and me and Leah was talking about this yesterday. When people try to put a cap on your ceiling, ain't no limit, man. You just said you stepped out of London, bro. Y'all from the Alberta Brown. Y'all from, and
Bro,
I'm gonna speak to that. I'm gonna speak to that.
Facts.
And you said
Facts, bro. We live in every project in the city.
Come on, man. Come on.
But straight up Alberta's Browns, boy, with the church boys over there. Hell yeah.
And you said you went to London, and now you speaking with John Singleton. But it's like in the studio right now. I gotta throw this back to your big bro. So Jay, you hear your bro, you hear his story, you hear what he shared with us, and it's 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock in Hollywood right now.
Right.
And he's saying what his bro said in his life. What you hear from your little bro when he speaks this stuff, man?
He's speaking truth. He's speaking life. That's where he don't understand that what he draws from me is what I draw from him. Wow. Like he is my inspiration as I am.
Here go the tears, man. Because
It got tender. It got tender. It just got tender, everybody.
You know what's crazy? We've been like that. We've been Scotty and Mike
Since day
one. We've been
Day one,
Scotty and
A1.
Mike before
Just
Scotty and
talk
Mike was
without
Scotty
talking.
and Mike.
And then gotta say words.
Right. That's even on the court. Like in at church.
Man, give me some of that tissue, man. Give me one.
That's everything we did. We was always Scotty and Mike.
Bruh, if you looking at this right
Every
now,
single time.
if you looking at this, Jay, like, bruh, like, but go ahead, bruh, because
That's it.
now I'm sitting like the women in the church. You know how they hold the tape, like they hold the napkin up against their face. Go ahead, Jay. Go.
But that's it though. Like we are each other's inspiration. Has always been like that. We've never had any kind of beef or anything. We can communicate without even communicating. We can feel without even feeling. We're not twins.
Yeah.
We are a year apart. And it's
Even
just,
though we the same age in the same year.
right. He'll turn 43.
42 now.
Oh, wait,
42 now.
what?
42.
No.
42 in November.
No, it's
You gonna tell your brother his age? Look.
42.
42 it?
I'll be 42 in November.
yeah, because I just turned 43 in July.
Yeah, we get lost. We get lost in all that.
Where you graduated from?
Jessup W. Scott. Wakeman.
Bulldog.
All right, back to your brother. Back to your brother. I went to South.
But I did go to Libby for a semester.
Okay,
And them
Cowboys.
Cowboys,
Okay.
I got mad love for y'all. Like, flat out. All y'all.
But
Y'all already know.
this is it. This is the grind that we've come to as far as like how we were brought up. Watching my father as a preacher, as a musician, as a speaker, as a basketball player.
Ian Cooper.
Right. Comedian, like everything. Like he did everything. That's why our hand is in everything. He did his own flyers before flyers were even popular in the 80s.
Yeah.
Wow.
With the
Take them
press
little
on
letters and scratch them off. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's who we learned from. That's where we got our grind from. So we inherited that, and so now we feed off each other. I see what he's doing. He see what I'm doing, and it's always love and always support. Like I wish I can go out to California and be there, but I have a job.
And
you ain't gonna have to work it too soon. Now.
hey,
there you go.
Hey.
Okay.
And well, you know what?
Go, my dude.
So they got them things, and I don't know how to spell it, Jay, unless I got my phone. That Kodak. If you gonna go to his house, man, come on down the street by Mines and by Dre's and Leah and Lexi, cause come get us. What's the J. Cole? Take us away.
So here's the crazy part. Here's the part. Here's the crazy part. I just talked to Sav 2 days ago, face to face out here, about being on this show.
Wow.
Like literally, just had a conversation.
What was it? What the conversation? No, you just talking. What y'all talking about?
No, I was like, hey, bro. I said, man, if you and Jesse be on that show together, I just would love to see that.
And look
Period.
what you spoke.
I was like, that'd be dope as fuck. Like
spoken into existence.
Expect the unexpected.
Yeah, it's definitely.
So I'm studying, and then I go to my Facebook and I look and I see Sav sitting there, and I hear 419 grind. I'm like, what? I got to call in.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Look, man, we appreciate it though, brother. You being in position like that, man, and hitting us and blessing the show like this, man. Especially and with everything you said, man, about me, you ain't have to do that either, man. And because cats wouldn't do what you do. I told your brother that, man. You always been like that. Trice talking about people crying and carrying on, man. And when I think about y'all dad and y'all talking about Game Savvy, and that's the original band leader. It's no more band leaders. That's the Jam and all that. And the Jam came from that. And your dad doing that, man, and didn't charge me none of it's not about no money or none of that. That man was already accomplished professional. He was already Toledo, the saxophonist of the 419. You understand me? And he ain't have to, you know what I'm saying? He blessed that, brought his boys. And then my uncle Mike Miller also is talking about the bass. He over there in the cut. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Al and them boys, you know what I'm saying? Brother Cunningham, you know what I mean? So it's hard to really quantify that, man, when y'all making me think of stuff I wasn't even thinking about. You know what I'm saying, today, man. And so I just thank the Lord for everybody in here, man.
You know why I do that? What Jay say? Leor made millions. Beans made millions. He'll tell you if he wasn't in his feelings. Like, bro, like, I'm never, like, it's what it is, though. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you got to give it up to that. Because, like, my grandmother was like that, too. You know what I mean? She took us everywhere and then talked to everybody the same and made sure it was that. And, and I'm learning, man, like,
sound like you crying, like, man. I heard that sniffle. I heard that, bro.
No. I gotta say it. You know what I'm saying? I gotta put it on the song. Let the song cry.
Oh, hey, there you go for sure.
No, but like I've learned, and regardless of what people say, because a lot of it is telephone. The more I go up, and the people I meet on these shows, man, you're not going to survive if you're not a genuine person. You can't be in their energy. From Snowfall to Wu-Tang and stuff, dealing with people is a certain way that people get, like casting directors and like people have this. That's why you see people like Kevin Spacey get dumped out real quick, because that's what that was. But the people that's in there, they real, bro. Like it's real. It's real. I can attest so far I've seen, and that's a lesson I'm learning. Like okay, I can pull from where I'm from.
Wow.
And do this. Yeah, I don't need nothing outside from where I'm from. Like, you see Tub taking off. Smart.
Grammys.
Tobias, boom. James Jones, boom. Juice, boom.
Jesse Coleman, Dre Sav, Leah Renee, Big Trice, City Park Lee. Come on, man.
All of it. Yeah, all of it. City Park, everybody. Like, that's what it is. You know what I mean? And what I love about I'm seeing right now is like, I go back to Voltron. It's like combination like that, like put together like this, like especially in the city and Toledo. The more people come together, then you're gonna be like pop. You know what I'm saying? Because even like LA got a problem with people not coming together. Like even because it's LA, it's boom. But like really, when you from LA, you talking about Compton, you talk about like South Central, like below the 10. Like they'll have problems if they don't come together.
And that's the freeway he meant, y'all, when he said the 10.
Stuff like that.
Wow.
That's the freeway. So, expressway. The expressway, the 10.
Yeah, so you still say that Toledo, so they know. Like, it's expressway if y'all don't know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's like, the people that come in the city can blow up and all that stuff, but grinding out of the city to make it into the industry still takes people to come together. That is not a thing that's only needs to happen in Toledo or Dayton or Detroit. It has to happen in LA too. So that's like, I just want to remind anybody that's listening, like that's still important. Don't get it twisted. Like they have to do the same thing you think you don't want to do in the city.
Right.
They have to do that out here still.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
That's a word there.
Yeah,
and
there
I don't
it
know
is.
where else to go with that, man. JQ Cole, we appreciate you, man. Early AM, man. LA style, doing it coast to coast, man. Making it official. We appreciate
yes,
you.
we do appreciate you for calling in.
Oh yeah, it's our the Grizzle is official for Shizzle.
Oh, this boy there went to
Thank y'all for having
E40,
me,
Snoop.
man.
You went to E40 and Snoop all in one?
Yeah, I'm all West Coast out. You know what I mean?
True indeed.
But I got somebody that want to talk to y'all real quick.
Uh-oh.
Hold on.
Uh-oh.
Look here.
Unexpected.
I want to say to the 419 grind, to Jesse, Leah, Dre, and everyone else. Thank you for encouraging my daughters, Sasha and Malia, and my wife, Michelle.
Mr. President, we honored Mr. President. Man, you coming in like that.
I am honored to be here to celebrate the 419 and it's grinding. Stay crunk, stay turned up, stay dripping, and stay. I'm gonna make you laugh. And stay grinding.
That's right.
I got somebody else, real quick, somebody else. And no, listen. Now let me tell you. Let me tell you now. Now a black man, he's gonna listen to the show. So I'm gonna tell everybody. If you're going to listen to the 419 grind, listen to it. Put it on.
Chris Tucker.
Do you hear the words that are coming out of my mouth? 419 grind.
Chris.
Only on.
Hey, Chris, can you put Denzel on the phone?
Boom.
Can we speak to Denzel before we go?
One second. Okay, all right, what do we got? Okay, huh? I want you guys at the 419 grind. Okay? To hold on to your dreams. Okay? You're trying to grind. Get it in there. Get up in the morning. Do your thing, pray. Put your shoes under your bed. So you wake up and pray. Because a dream is just a dream. Unless you have action. Unless you're grinding. You're grinding. Okay? So I guarantee it. Boom, just like that. So let's have fun. Jesse.
Yes.
Savvy Sinclair. Leah. Okay?
All right now.
My brother. Big Trice.
Hear me.
And Sister Caldwell. Okay? I want to say, I love y'all. Stay blessed. What do we got?
And we thank
We got
Denzel Washington. We thank Chris Tucker. We thank President Barack Obama for being on the Rise and Grind morning show, the only show, the #1 urban rock podcast in the world right here. We'll be right back.
Boom, the 419 grind.
The Rise and Grind Morning Show is on. 419 The Grind.
You chop that segment up.
MGD on the beats.
If you're tired of church as usual and you're looking for something invigorating, exciting with passion, then the Greater New Psalmist Baptist Church, 3251 Glendale, is the place for you. We are a people that's determined to occupy all streets while cultivating cultural change. The only thing's missing is you. Meet us at 3251 Glendale Avenue as we continue to be relevant and occupy all streets while cultivating cultural change.
Rise and grind, 419 AM. Greetings again, Lucas County. We're still in here. As we wrap up the back end of the morning, it's been exceptional. If you just joined us, what is your problem? What are you doing? Unless you're already at work. We get that. We understand that. I am Savvy. I'm in here with the lovely Leah Renee.
Hello,
next
hello.
to me.
Hey, welcome back, everybody.
Yes, indeed. And the one and only Big Trice in here.
Hear
Clown
me.
Prince, the MC. What's going on, brother Jesse Coleman in here, man? Appreciate you having everybody, man. Sister Caldwell, back there. Man, and she with the choir. She direct the choir, y'all. I didn't know what's going on.
No, you stuck. You gonna have to. That's you now, Sister Caldwell. It's a part of this.
Question of the day.
What
Let's
is the
talk,
question
Toledo.
of the
Call
day, Toledo?
419-540-3566.
Toledo, everybody, world, globe, people, are you going to vote? Are you going to vote? 419-540-3566. We got to hear from you. And if you are voting, why? And if you're not voting, why is that? What is on your mind? So we got to hear from somebody. That's the question of the day, everybody. We want to know, what is the energy? What's going on? Is the momentum building? Are you charging up? Because last time, 60% of the vote, we certainly didn't turn out last go round, and we obviously did not like the results as people of color, is what I hear everywhere I turn. Nobody was with that. So in 2016, what can you do about it? Since we didn't like that, 2020, here we are. What are we going to do? Again, question of the day, are you voting? And if so, why?
Question of the day. Let's talk, Toledo. Call 419-540-3566.
Really, I know that's strong. Now, that's one of your things I hear as I was coming in on the break. They tell me you've been very passionate about that. And just give the people a sense, you know what I mean, of why. You know, why is that important? No, as much as we say, as we turn this color thing, we're talking about all that, but just as U.S. citizens, why is that important?
Well, you know, the other day we were talking about this. Jesse just asked me if I was going to vote or not. And I wouldn't necessarily say I'm passionate about it. It's probably just the opposite. And that's why that day I had such a blah answer. But after I went back and thought about it more and just, thinking about everything, I think it is very important to vote. I think that we just get frustrated sometimes. Maybe I was having a moment of frustration, and saying I don't even see what the point is. Now, sometimes I do feel that way. Sometimes I feel like, what change have we really seen? I mean, it's I don't know. I just don't trust the politicians. I don't trust
that's fair
anything that any of them are saying. So, am I going to vote? More than likely, yes, because I believe it is important, and I do want to get the person that's in office out. So, I'm gonna vote, but
you wonder sometimes though how much power is in it.
I do.
And
I do. I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like, oh yes, go vote. It's this. I am definitely gonna vote because our ancestors, they fought too hard for us not to take advantage of that opportunity.
True.
We've seen the struggle and the strife that we've had to overcome, and even me as a woman, yes, women, we women of color, we had to deal with not being able to vote as a woman and not being able to vote as a colored person. So, we got a double whammy. So, for me, yes, I recognize that, there were many that came before me that allowed me now to have the opportunity to be able to stand up and have a voice and be able to vote. And that is the reason why I'm going to vote. And that is the reason why it's important that we all vote. But yeah, I am a little concerned. I'm concerned about, the direction that our country's going. This government is not to be trusted. And, yeah, it's a major concern. But to my listeners, don't take what I'm saying and feel like, oh yeah, I knew it. I know I ain't going. No. We need to vote. We have to, because this is the only way that our voices can be heard. Maybe maybe you feel like by yourself, my vote doesn't matter. But if we all collectively come together and we vote and we are able to change policy and change the people that are in power, then we can make a change. So it's very important.
And make sure you go to the 419, the Grind podcast, because we'll have more information on voting, how to vote. Answer some of the simple questions that people may have, because you said something very, very powerful. As we talk about, and as JQ Cole just mentioned, you never know who's in the room and who you're dealing with.
Exactly.
So our chief elector, Frank LaRose, is pushing this. So when y'all say vote, Leah, Dre, because of the pandemic, do we vote in person or by mail? Because now we got another issue which there's to address. So, okay, we get to it, you say I vote. And so I kind of got two. So I'm speaking from a couple different layers, and in particular, maybe three. Do we vote by mail? Do we do in-person voting if I go vote?
Can I answer that first?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, absolutely.
I'm voting in person.
Okay.
The reason why I say that is because I go to work every day in a factory, and I'm less than 6 foot apart from the person that I'm working next to. But I wear a mask, and we're all safe, and wear gloves and everything. I can do that when I go out and vote. It's not that It's not that crazy to where I can't leave out of my house and go vote. If I go to work every day, I can go vote. But it's that important.
What you have to be concerned with there is that even though the option has been presented, it still presents another obstacle to have influence or some sort of collusion and some sort of activity that isn't necessarily above board. Now, that would be my concern. When we start talking about mailing things in and doing this, then I'm hearing there's conflict with the post office, and we're trying to shut that down. So just as Trice talked about the many layers, there's a real intent here to disrupt the process, though. So again, so when you wonder if you're powerful, if it's necessary, does it matter? Hell yes, it matters. And there's a reason why so even all the way back to when we started, and I'm talking about the timing of when you see a man get snuffed out for 8 minutes and all that, because they know it's going to cause unrest, they know it's a distraction. All of that stuff is important and is by design, but we don't want to accept that possibility exists, that there are actually people sitting in rooms deciding things that affect you. And one thing that leads me to this point, which is very significant, because I think we put undue emphasis on the presidential election, when the true crux of the matter are your local officials. Know who you're voting for in Lucas County, because those are the judges and the people who are making these laws who are sending your ass to striker.
Exactly.
That's how you get the striker. You need to know who is the damn judge here. You see what I'm saying? That's what's important. And not that the president is not, of course it is, but when we're talking about what's happening right in your face and how that comes to be, yeah, you need to know that. So those subsequent elections and things, those are very important. A lot of times we just focus on the 4 years, boom, boom. No, it's those intermediate elections and those political processes that are happening. Be at the city council meeting. Know what Nick Comives and them boys are down there doing. Just like it shouldn't be a shock. We shouldn't have certain things pop up in our face that we don't know what's going on with our local officials. Are we holding them accountable? You're seeing those people on the street. Those people you can actually see on the street. Ask them, why should you get my vote? Why do I put you in place, sheriff this, or whoever it is, you know what I'm saying, county commissioner this, okay, deputy sheriff that. You see what I'm saying? That's what we need to concern ourselves with. And what are you asking for your vote? You see, that's the other thing. Black people, all people, white people, whoever, the people, which we're losing. That whole thing, as it says in the ideology of the nation, we the people have rolled over. And now you're mad because it's too late, but it already happened.
Preach.
The con has happened. So the question becomes like, okay, now in reaction, what's our move? Well, it certainly is not staying separate. And that's humanity, though. So, quit even compartmentalizing in terms of your color.
Hey, so Kevin Jones on I don't want to put you on the spot, Kevin Jones, but you just commented not voting. He said he's not voting. Voting don't work for the so-called Negro.
And so,
And I'm not necessarily mad at that brother for that perspective,
Right,
because
because-
we understand how he comes to that. He's
You
not
know why?
wild
You know
for
why?
thinking that.
Right. You know why I don't think he's wrong? Because we had a black president in office for 8 years.
Oh, no, you don't want to do that, though. Yeah,
This is what I'm doing. This is what I'm doing. It's because a lot of us feel that in the community, we didn't benefit from him being in office.
Say that again,
As a
sir.
nation, we feel that, okay, he brought hope and change.
Like we won something.
Right.
with him
But-
being there.
my dude said he got an Obama phone.
But but I'm saying in our
I am
community,
done.
most of us feel that nothing was benefited from him being in
But
office.
it's not a feeling. We can take it if we get time. I know we get limited. We got to get off the show. We got to
No,
go
we
find
got
me.
time.
But at the end of the day,
We got
that's
time.
something that can be researched, ladies and gentlemen. You can go find that out, and you can hold your former president accountable in terms of our benefit. Now, I have no issue. God bless the LGBT community and so forth. But their advancement under his reign, under his term,
Yeah.
it's a new day, because I dare you to act like you want to not provide or give that equality that we keep talking about we're fighting for. I wish you would right now. You will be escorted up off the premises for being on that.
All right, so with
And
that,
no hate with him. We love everybody. Please, before we get into that.
Yeah.
So
Go ahead.
when we talk about that, and I'm hoping that, and that's why I just think I'm just so appreciative that we get a chance to carry this conversation. And there's no time frame, because Meek Mills, Rick Ross, and all them was just talking about what's free. And Dre, you have always kind of protected the narrative when it talks about what the camera sees and what's being said on this podcast. So we got the liberty to have guests, to have conversation, and that's why this is so powerful, especially about voting, about how it really impacts. Because just yesterday, as we were sitting in the studio, we had a former state senator, now current Ohio NAACP president, Tom Roberts, on the call, and we were addressing this call about voting. And so what took place was, like this brother said here, I don't know if I'm voting. And so what I shared with them, and they were the team was in the room. I was at they was playing basketball at City Park. It was about 50 people Sunday. They play back on Sundays, which I appreciate.
They
It's
put
good
the
to see.
rims back?
Yeah, they rims.
Oh,
back
okay.
up. So-
Thank you for that, City. Okay,
yeah,
cool.
so they
All right.
man, they usually go down to the pond. The pond got glass backboards now. So what ended up taking place, it was about 50 guys out
I'm
there.
not observing right now, Trice. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, get back
Thank
into
you.
it.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But that's why we having the conversation. So on Sundays, the Sundays is back when you was growing up and playing ball, people would go out to the different parks and hoop.
Yep.
So they was hooping. So I asked the question in between the game. I said, who voting? And it was about 50 people out of there, and they're eligible to vote but will not vote.
Mm-hmm.
It was almost 20 plus that was saying, or more, that said they wasn't voting, which I couldn't be necessarily mad at. So we spoke to what you said about bringing that national level to a local level.
Right.
Okay, on issues, because as you and Leah just kind of had the conversation, I'm kind of and I sit on a state board about voting. But I say that with the point of Leah,
Yes.
Dre, that's why the local matters. That's why the local matters. And the
Yes.
local matters because, Leah, do I vote for an issue? I don't like either party.
Right.
I don't like neither one of them.
Yeah.
So do I just vote because the history says it? Do I just vote because I want Leah to answer it? Or do I vote because everybody say do it? And I don't like neither one of them. I don't like Democrats. I don't like Republicans. I don't, like you said about the trust in the process. So, do I not because I don't like, or I do it because it's popular, and that's what our aunties and those that fought in our ancestors? Because that's a lot of the conversation.
Don't do it because it's popular. Do it because it's right. Do it because, like, what else are you going to do? I mean, you're going to just sit back and keep complaining? Or are you going to go vote? Like, pick one. And for me, like I said, yeah, I get a little frustrated. Yeah, I'm a little untrustworthy of the candidates, but I'm going to vote because my ancestors have fought and given me a reason to vote. So if for nothing else, do it for that.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
And the thing is,
So you saying that do it for it being right, and because those that couldn't do it.
Exactly. Those that came before us. If nothing else, do it for them.
And not only that though, it's just being a part of the process, so no one can exclude you though from the conversation. So if you out on the street talking, you say, "Oh, well, I don't like this. I don't feel that." No. Did you vote though? Oh no. Nah. Well, see, then you want to act like you part of the country with it though. All the people, that's why it's given to us, so we want to exercise that. Again, I don't pick either president. I voted for me, just so you know. I wrote in. I'm writing Andre Sav in the ballot. Like seriously, because I didn't want to choose either side. I get that, but you can do that too, people. But I'm just saying, I had the right to go through, get into the ballot box, do that, and that's what we're saying. That part you have to own that for yourself.
And Dre, that's a very strong point. And Leah, don't forget your point, because I see you about to say something. Dre, what you just said, and that now you didn't kind of put something in my ammunition, because you said, if you don't, it excludes you.
Yeah,
so now they looking at, you ain't no voter? I ain't even gonna talk to you. Ooh, that's huge. That's a piece that we gonna have to pick up and push, because not only, like Leah said, those that went before us and those that didn't have the right, but now you just said, Dre, like, easy now, because you keep jumping out and not being included, they gonna keep you from not being included.
Exactly.
Leah?
No, I was just going to say shout out to our sponsor, Dr. Breon Hall, Greater New Psalmist Church. Dr. Breon Hall is watching, and we appreciate all the love and support. And he's also saying that it's very important for us to vote. You can't complain if you don't take a stand and vote. And, we have to, he says you have no right to talk if you don't talk. So
and that's kind of what Dre was saying.
Shout out to Dr. Hall and Greater New Psalmist Church.
And we're gonna have
sponsor.
We're gonna continue, because this is a daily show, and we're gonna continue that. And I just want those that's listening to continue to weigh in and be a part of the conversation, be a part of the processes, like Dre and Leah said, be a part of the change. And you can start right here with us. And with that being said, we're gonna have a very, very, very influential guest on this show to speak to what we're talking about this. When we talk about voting and the up-and-coming election. But right now, because this is a 419 grind, and we know that there's others trying to grind to be a part of success, we want y'all to listen to some of the latest local music in the city.
Yes,
now
we
that's
gotta get our
heavy
local
right there
music
when you do that.
So listen, man, you know what? I'm going to take y'all to my homie Diamond the Boss, and this song is called Ringin' Toledo Zone.
What's going on, everybody? This is Lance Self, is who I am.
And I am Arlinda Self.
And we are the Selfs, and here to present our show called Self-Explanatory.
Yes, it's our podcast presented by 419 Grind.
That name just has a ring to it. Self-Explanatory. I feel like we're about to just be explaining a bunch of shit. This is true. I feel that's what it's about to be.
Well, I think we're going to talk about a couple things. We're going to talk about marriage, of course.
Okay.
We've been married, 2 years now, right?
2 years, we've been together for 8.
Right. Mm-hmm. Oh, my goodness. It's a long time.
Y'all going to ask what took so long.
What did take? You know what? We'll get there.
Self-explanatory.
We're going to talk about blended families.
Yeah.
Praying for your spouse. Gender roles. Living with family members. Cheating. Raising kids. Family upbringing. Being there for your spouse. Finances. Being a wife and a husband. Trying to be together and be individuals at the same time, which is one of the things.
It took a while.
It's taken a while, but
it has
it's the
taken
fun
a while.
part. We're learning that.
That's what marriage is.
It's a process.
It's a life journey.
It's
not an overnight thing. Yeah, because I know there's a lot of days where I'm trying to be individual. I get on your nerves because of my individual ways. I can tell you one thing for damn sure though. Definitely get on my nerves. It'd be a lot. You definitely gets on my nerves, but I love her.
I get on your nerves?
Yes, it's possible. You do a lot. What's wrong? What's the problem? What's wrong? Hey. I am Lance Self.
And I am Arlinda Self.
And this is the Self-Explanatory Podcast, presented by 419 Grind.
Listen on Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Spotify, and wherever podcasts are heard.
Back to back, I gotta go get it. Ring, 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 don't won't stop ringing. Money calling back.
What's going on, everybody? This is Lance Self is who I am.
And I am Arlinda Self.
And we are the Selfs, and here to present our show called Self-Explanatory.
Yes, it's our podcast
That
presented
name-
by 419 Grind.
That name just has a ring to it. Self-Explanatory. I feel like we're about to just be explaining a bunch of shit. It's true. I feel that's what it's about to be.
Well, I think we're going to talk about a couple things. We're going to talk about marriage, of course.
Okay.
We've been married, 2 years now, right?
2 years, we've been together for 8.
Right.
Mhm.
Oh, my goodness. It's a long time.
Y'all gonna ask what took so long?
What did take? You know what? We'll get there.
Self-explanatory.
We're going to talk about blended families.
Yeah.
Praying for your spouse, gender roles, living with family members, cheating, raising kids, family upbringing, being there for your spouse, finances, being a wife and a husband, trying to be together and be individuals at the same time, which is one of the things.
It took a while.
It's taken a while, but
it has
it's the
taken
fun
a while.
part. We're
Yep.
learning that.
That's what marriage is.
It's a process.
It's a life journey.
I like
it's not
that.
an overnight thing. Yeah, because I know there's a lot of days where I'm trying to be individual. I get on your nerves because of my individual ways. I can tell you one thing for damn sure though. Definitely get on my nerves. It'd be a lot. You definitely get on my nerves, but I love her.
I get on your nerves?
Yes, it's possible. You do a lot. What's wrong? What's the problem? What's wrong? Hey. I am Lance Self.
And I am Arlinda Self.
And this is the Self-Explanatory Podcast, presented by 419 Grind.
Listen on Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Spotify, and wherever podcasts are heard.
Welcome back to the Rise and Grind, the all new Rise and Grind morning show right here on the 419 Grind podcast, hosted by Jesse Coleman, Leah Renee.
He said he wants you to say it. Yeah, he's not the whole.
Your boy Big Trice in the studio today, man. We were so fortunate to get, he say the Puff Daddy of this thing, to kind of to see this thing.
The light skin Puff Daddy.
Jumping. And they say when he in the videos, he in the podcast. That's what this is. This is all inclusive.
I don't jump in your videos, Trees. I won't jump in there and dance through. No.
Dre Sav. So man, this has been just a great conversation this morning. Just a great show. Really, a lot of engagement. Big thanks to everyone that has shared this, that's commenting. We hear comments from all over. We can see them. You can see us. We see you, and we will get a chance to go back and look back at this. Interesting enough, we was just talking about voting and the small things about voting and presidential. We was talking about so much. And Dre, you just said something off air that is going to kind of walk us right into. Right now, they just announced the IRS will now give 50,000 people back next month. We'll get 50,000 people will get a stimulus check that did not get it because of the CARES Act, because they had those garnishments from taxes and child support.
Oh, so people who missed out on the
That
first
missed
stimulus
out.
check?
Really?
Oh.
Because my ex-wife gun clapped me. She gun clapped me. I got the letter from Trump. It's like, yeah, Dre, I'd love to give you this. I'd help you happy. No, Mr. President, I'm salty. And I didn't see anything, but I called child support immediately. So where did this reflect on my hookup? Is this one payment or is it the 3 or 4? It should be like 3. We're 3 right now.
And so many people was impacted by that. And so the IRS is to mail 50,000 stimulus checks next month. And I'll give you a little bit from the article that was actually printed in Forbes. It said the IRS just announced that it will send out 50,000 stimulus checks next month. The catch-up economic impact payment relates to the mistake that the IRS made in the processing the original stimulus payments. Wow. So those that missed out with that and did not receive that, here's their chance. And who all came to the table to make it happen? That's what just really got me, because I say they because they worked it out together. And this is who Dre and Leah came together to say, if we took your child support check or if we took your garnishment because we didn't give you nothing, here's who spoke up for us, and we talk about voting, and we talk about paying attention to the local. Who gonna step up for us? Well, who stepped up for us was the IRS is working with the Bureau of Fiscal Services and the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, the Office of the Child Support Enforcement, are all working quickly to solve this issue. To get you your money, Dre. I was in another state, so I kind of dodged it. I don't know. Somebody missed it.
They say anything about student loan garnishment? Because $30,000 is a lot of money.
Yeah, man. But I got that one too.
But no matter what, and all that is pushed behind the CARES Act. So you can't tell me you care, like you said, Leah. I'm not impressed with this one because now you telling me you care, but you took, Mama, which caused more stress, more hardship, because you gave it to everybody else and you told me I couldn't get none. So now they're saying we made the mistake. And with this, how can we say diversity and inclusion? We talk about, Sister Caldwell, we ain't gonna get no, we gonna give everybody we care about everybody but you.
But you, because of this, which don't get me going.
So they coming back around and say they admittedly saying that they made a mistake. And Dre, when you get your check, throw some, because I was talking to them.
You tipped me off, big dog, yeah.
And oddly enough, when this first took place, and it's so crazy because you just never know who you're talking to. I got 11 o'clock that I'll have to step away with, speaking with Ohio's governor's office. So it's just crazy. And while we're on the air,
I told you it's political. You're a monster.
Yeah. The Secretary of State, Ohio Secretary. Shout out to Ohio Secretary of State Frank LaRose. He's texting me while we're on the show right now. I know you're listening. We're going to get him on the show, so we'll be able to speak to that. And also shout out to Minorities Affair, Ohio's Minority Affair Director, Brother Ron Todd. He plugged me in with this opportunity. So I say all that to say, don't count us out, man. This podcast and this live radio right here is bringing the juice together like no other. So we will have a chance. And when it first took place that they were garnishing and those that would not be able to receive that stimulus, and it caused a mass hysteria around the country, it was people on the booths right then and there that was on the grind. I think it was some folks that's in those agencies that I just talked about. I think some of them had child support, and they
they had the empathy and compassion necessary.
Child support,
yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Somebody had some of their wages garnished, and they like, hold up, bro,
it's not a good look
during the pandemic, and I can't go nowhere.
Yeah, bad business, bad business.
Excuse me. Business. So, immediately when the CARES Act took place, and there was people that was being excluded from the conversation, people started fighting. So next month, nearly 50,000, and some people like, I better be in that 50. My name better be. That's where we come in that biblical piece. Thank you, Lord. My name being in. Let my name be written in.
44,000. 44,000.
Let my name be written.
Father, please.
That y'all will be able to receive some of the stimulus. And Jesse, it's some people that need that, man.
Yeah, like immediately, especially people that's been off work. They have no other kind of means of income,
and then there's certain work is no longer, and all this is happening.
Right, man, you can't go back to a waitress or a waiter, and they only made tips. They didn't qualify for a certain amount of unemployment, so they don't get it.
And they shut the bar down at 10, and they stopped that. So that's crucial within the industry, though. If you are working, then they killing you that way. So hey, it's a serious situation, man.
So Leah, all them dudes you put on child support, they about to get that bread back. Because I know it's a few of them that's mad because I'm going to get mine back.
Oh, man. I ain't mad. Hey,
because now
whatever the Lord blesses you with, is you're supposed to have.
See how she went behind that thing, the Lord?
Hey, that ain't going to change my blessings in no way, shape, or form.
Because you already going to pay me anyway. That's right. Sister Caldwell like, he better get some of them. I better get a few dollars. I better get a few dollars of those back.
But that's what you say, Trice. The whole thing about it is
absolutely. Y'all should see her face. She behind the scene, but y'all should have seen her face when she just said that. Thank you, Sister Lexi Caldwell.
No, but it's just what do you do when it does come though? What's your game plan?
Wow.
Right. See, now that's the question.
That's what you hit brothers with. Are you going to take it and try to go flip it instead of spending it on your kids or investing in it?
Question of the day.
Yeah, that's the next one. Tomorrow we hit them with that one tomorrow. Okay. What you do with the money?
When they do come back.
The money, then what?
Are you paying back your debts,
Man,
or are you out living your best life?
man.
Are you taking care of your kids, or are you ignoring the kid's mom?
Expect the unexpected.
What's going on, Leah? Oh no.
What they doing? I
What
just
they-
want to know what they doing with their money. That's all.
Yeah,
Just ask a question.
Yeah, that's
a
a
fair
good
question.
Period, Pooh. Expect the unexpected right here on the Morning Rise and Grind show. Live on iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, Facebook Live, and all those that's weighing in. Even to those that's and they sending the love button. I'm looking at the feed. If y'all know somebody that didn't get the first round of that,
I gotta send
we
a shout
gotta
out to
call-
somebody.
we gotta call
after
it.
this call.
Saginaw, Michigan.
Let's see.
Hello, hello, Saginaw. What's your name? It's Kevin Jones.
What's
Hey,
up,
what's
Kev?
up, Kevin?
About
What's
the
up,
check.
Kev?
We talking about the check, man. We talking about
let
the
Kevin-
check.
No,
I'm gonna let you. I'm on that. Yeah.
No,
so
no,
before
no.
you,
Kevin, what's on your mind?
what's on your mind, and then
What's on
come
your mind,
and
Kevin?
then Kev come
Talk
with the
to
check.
us, Kevin.
Oh no, I was talking about the voting thing. If y'all talking about the check,
No, you
No,
talk
we
about
just
the
playing.
vote.
We just
Everybody
playing.
need
We
that
want to hear what
check.
you
We
have
just
to say.
messing with you, bro.
We checking the vote box right now. We're checking the vote box. Go ahead, Kev.
All right. First of all, I was a voter. Also, my background was I'm a veteran of the United States Army.
Thank you for your service.
Actually was in. Thank you.
And
I
truly,
was actually in Iraq for 2 years. I've been all over the world. And one of the issues that I had with voting was that, voting is all about benefits. If anybody know anything about voting, it's all about benefits. And in our community, there are a lot of things that we need to do to work together to build, to even start a community where we can have representation on the political stage. So my thing is we need to get ourselves together first, because we won't benefit from voting, whether it's local or is the presidential elections or anything, because these things are bigger than what we'll even have the opportunity to represent us, because we don't even have a community to represent now. We have neighborhoods. We don't have communities. We don't own anything. That's my big thing. Like, there is no black community. Everybody says that. What do we own? What are we operating that people will represent us on these large political platforms? That is the issue. When we start taking pride in our community, just like Malcolm X said, he wasn't about voting, but he said if it didn't work for us, then we need to get the bullet. It was the ballot or the bullet. And interesting, in 2012, it was a 66.6 percent turnout for African Americans. It dropped maybe 4 years later to like 59%. And what did we get? With all this turnout, what did we get? We got 13% of the population in America.
Absolutely.
The blacks comprise of maybe 13%, I think they said. Yep. 13% of the population. What changes have been exacted in the so-called African American community? Nothing.
But you know what's so crazy?
Nothing significant.
Just to comment on what you're saying, Kevin, I agree with you. I think it does start with us, and so that's the problem. Like, we all ran out and voted. Oh gosh, we got a black we got a black candidate. Let's everybody go out and vote. 66.6% people, like you said, voted. And then what happened? We all basically was like, okay, Obama's in office. Now he got to make the changes. Let's see what he going to do for us. And again, I just heard you say just a second ago, what did it do for us? Why are we as black people always wanting to know what somebody's going to do for us? Why don't we just stand up and do what we need to do on our own? And it starts with the vote. You know what I mean?
And
I think it starts.
And if you don't feel like it starts with the vote, where do you feel like it starts?
Well, Kev, too. Can I say something? Let me say something too for brother Kev, because I think where you and I really appreciate the angle that you're taking. Unfortunately, it's not stressed enough. And here's the thing: in terms of the ownership, And the ownership is where the fundamental break is, because the whole game is fiscal, meaning financial, everybody.
Right.
So without that ownership,
Absolutely.
without the ability to employ ourselves, without the ability to, again, foundationally equip ourselves, and we're not willing to do it. So it comes back to this, though. One of the reasons, because you say, well, that's not happening. How come? Well, part of it is because, again, I touched on it lightly earlier, but the fact that we have a tendency to celebrate the worst versions of ourselves. I don't get that part, though. Why do we keep holding up people who are holding us down, though? And we're letting it go off because we so determined to be cool and look cool. But what's cool is financial stability in your old age.
And generational
what's cool,
wealth.
right, is generational wealth for your kids. That's
exactly
cool.
That's what I'm saying. And we have no economic standing. America is a corporation. I don't care what nobody
Yes, sir.
says. It's a corporation, and it's all about money. And African Americans, what they call African Americans, we spend more money in America than any other race or group in this country. And we have absolutely, they said we had 1/2 of 1% of wealth during slavery. And now we have less, even though we have millions, we have millionaires, we have billionaires, and we own less than what we had during slavery.
Wow.
And that is ridiculous. So that we need to educate ourselves on what these political structures are about. They're all about money. And if we don't own our communities, and we have all these people, coincidentally, all these people that own these corner stores, Arabs and Indians and all these were people a part of the slave trade. The Arabics were the first people that were a part of the West Atlantic slave trade. And they doing it to this day. They got us buying their products. And it's all about money. If you don't have any money, if you don't own anything, you're not going to exact change in these communities, because the politics is all about money.
Absolutely.
That's all it's about. So we need to first start looking at all the stuff that's happening in our community. We're shooting each other. We have cops that's killing black people. We have all these things going on because we have no legislative power. And we don't have it's another thing before I go into
Wait,
that.
Kev. Breathe, brother.
ahead.
Breathe, brother. Breathe. All right, come on.
I know it. I'm trying to.
No, it's all. I get it.
Me so mad.
Yeah, that's why. But you, this is
I see the game. I see the
this
bigger
is safe
picture.
for sure. This is a safe place for you, man. So breathe a little bit, because we might want to ask you something, because you're very articulate and smart. That's why I'm saying breathe, Kev.
Thank you.
All right. I saw how you did that with there's a lot of love being sent right now. I see that. A lot of love on the followers, Kev. So thank you for the engaging conversation. And I saw how you did that with Leah. You said, Leah, you asked her, you said, can I say something? So I just want you to breathe a second. All right, go back to your point, because I do want to ask you something that you didn't spoke on. But go ahead, Kev.
Okay, so I forgot my train of thought.
I know you did.
That's the thing. It's just that we need to take more pride in our community and in ourselves, because we can't ask anybody for benefits if we're not the benefit for ourselves. If we don't take pride in our own community and in ourselves. I'm a veteran, so I fought for this country. People say that.
Thank you.
Our ancestors died for our right to vote. Well, I don't know how that happened. They came here trying to survive. They came here. We didn't come here. We didn't come here in and of ourselves. We weren't immigrants, like Ben Carter said. We were kidnapped into this land.
Yes, but once we got here, our ancestors fought for us so that we wouldn't have to stay there. And we've come a long way. We still got a long way to go, but I think we have come a long way. You have to admit that.
Well, I mean,
because you talking to us live.
Everybody has their opinion about that.
Well, Kev, you talking.
But my thing is, go ahead.
You talking to the world right now. You talking about we got a long way to go.
I know.
Yeah, you talking to this is a real pod. You talking to real people. This show is streamed to like we talking.
Hi, everybody.
Yeah, like bro, we just left Hollywood and you talking about with Denzel, Barack Obama, and Chris Tucker, and you talking about I ain't know that. Yeah, bro, we ain't you somebody real, and you done been across the world. Thank you for your service, my brother.
Yes, thank you for your service.
Appreciate it.
My fellow veteran.
You see what my sister said? So you ain't, man, hold up, don't just. You ain't know. Hold up, bruh. Like, so I say that to say this to your point and Leah's point. What you just said, I was hooping and I was talking to a guy, and you said as we came over here, we didn't come over here. We came over here to survive. And this brother in the gym said, so many people are talking about they are awakened and being woke, but we look in our phones, and so we're still behind the 8 ball. You talk about. With the history, we had more people and more establishments of power and control, and we got more billionaires than we ever had before.
Kev, that's where I wanted to go.
Kev, that was heavy, man, that you said that. And we saying that to listeners across the world that's listening to that. We were in a better shape, and a lot of people say this about when we came. We bonded stronger with slavery than we do now. So,
man.
So
and even this though, let me piggyback. So I'm so glad, Kev, that you set it up, because if I had said it, I would have got all kind of flack. But we got to hold some people accountable in here, because those who have gotten the opportunities, those who do sit in the power positions, right? We're not asking them what's really happening with your campaign, though. We understand people are throwing money here and there every now and again, but how are we forming to like we said, reverse the direction that we're going in? So I want to hear from Oprah. I want to hear from Tyler. I want to hear from Jay. I want to hear from B. I want to hear from Puff. We talked about him. Everybody. What's happening? What's happening with that plan? Then y'all all met down at the plantation with Tyler. Everybody was at that. What was that game plan? What was that meeting about? When all us here, Gladys Knight here, Dionne Warwick here, everybody here. What happened? What was that to me?
I see it in your neck, like you turning in the Voltron.
I'm sorry, Kev, but what happened at that meeting?
Kev, you did this, bro.
They didn't even ask her. They did that, and nobody said what came out of that.
What'd you say?
Don't blame me.
No. Because we know it's a builder.
Kev.
No, absolutely.
We love your opinion, though.
You on to something, Kev, but you on to something, and it's okay. Speak that.
Yes, sir.
Because when we see
Truth
other
to
brothers,
power.
how come we're not holding each other accountable? One thing I wanted to say about some of those people that was going through the civil right oppression, when they was being sprayed with hoses and this and that, them men was still getting up, fixing their top coats and fedoras, and still walking home.
Period.
You understand me? They did that, though, and we ready to take Trice out or somebody else out in the street because he upset you today.
Yes, sir.
He ain't saying something wrong. He disrespect you, but you disrespect your whole your
disrespect
existence.
Yourself.
Why we not saying that?
He basically just said what I said when he said about Tyler Perry, P. Diddy, and all these Jay-Z, all these influential entertainers and athletes coming together instead of, after every event or shooting, you notice there are more athletes and stuff coming out and speaking about it, and they're coming together and saying things about what's going on. But it's bigger than that. It started just like we said, and we don't have pride in our own people that have the money that could come together and in ourselves. There's no way we're going to exact change in America, because it's so indoctrinated with systemic racism, and it's held to keep us in a state of oppression and keep us out of, and we need these people that's influential to be a part of bringing us together and forming banks, forming law firms, something like they do in Atlanta. If you go to Atlanta, everything down there in Atlanta is black, and it's a sense of empowerment there. We don't have that in other sectors of our community. Of the nation, and we have replicas of that. Think of how powerful we would be. We don't have that, so we can't benefit from we can't benefit from politics when it comes to things. Because it's all about benefits. Politics is all about benefits
and access, and access.
Well, yeah, access as well. Yeah, that's true.
Absolutely.
But
so, Kev,
we need legislation.
Absolutely.
When you talk about police reform and all these police that's shooting, what has the president actually enacted to help diffuse this situation with the police shooting black people. Nothing.
So,
It's
Kev,
happening every other day.
okay, because so when we get in these topics with like-minded people on these different issues, and not to cut you off, but I'm a solutionist. What are you doing today? And you fought for us. What is your plight to help change this narrative? What are you doing in your current state to help change this narrative?
Oh man, one thing I used to give 10% of my income
Yes,
to
sir.
local communities.
Well, you can start with us.
shelter.
419, you can sponsor this. Yep, you can come on back with that 10%.
I will do that.
And we're going to send you the Cash
I
App.
can do
Thank
that.
you. Yes, sir.
And
Love you, my
also-
brother.
Yes.
Love you,
And
sir.
Also, yeah, okay. And also,
No homo.
if you look at if you look up my name, and look up the ACLU of Michigan,
Okay.
you will see that during the time when Mike Brown had that, when he got into his situation, and it was a guy that got shot in Saginaw, Michigan.
Yep.
His name was Milton Hall.
Okay.
I was actually a part of the changes in our department, our local police department. I had gotten stopped by the police for loud sound.
Yep.
And I got arrested for loud sound, believe it or not. And I called the ACLU of Michigan. The ACLU of Michigan came in and did an investigation. They sent my information to the Department of Justice in Washington, D.C.
Wow.
And they actually came in and investigated the police department, and it made a change in the police department. It made a change. They had to do reform. That was just from one person.
Salute, my brother. Salute.
I had no support from anybody in the community. I went around with flyers. I asked people, have you ever been stopped by the cops for anything? Black people, yeah, man, I was stopped by the cops. None of them came down. But it was just me, one person.
Absolutely.
Who called somebody, and the Department of Justice did an investigation and had police reform in the local police department. So as far as my contribution,
yes, sir.
There's no way that you can say that I haven't contributed. I contributed my life.
Yes, sir.
Going
Yes,
to
sir.
Iraq.
Yes, sir.
And Jesus said, I don't mean to preach, but Jesus said there's no greater person than a friend who will lay his life down
What
for
you
a
talking
friend.
about? Yes, sir.
Amen.
Yes. And that's why we love you,
So
man.
there is nothing that nobody can say to me when it comes. I actually donate to communities. I actually.
Oh yeah, because we about to get that up out you, bro. And you done laid your life like you on a real podcast with real people, man. So we gonna make sure you get that cash out. And I ain't got to cut you off, but you know we got to pay bills over here to keep this conversation going.
My bad.
No, because
No.
we want to keep you as one of our listeners.
Yes.
We want to keep you engaged. We want
appreciate
you to be a part of this growth, man. So you can add to your value and say, man, I'm also a part of the 419 podcast, the #1 urban radio podcast in the world. Yeah, Kev, you a part of that, bruh. And you threw your pennies in there. So I'm gonna hit you. We gonna hit you in your inbox, Cash App, man. We not playing.
Can I say one more thing too?
Yeah, yes, sir. Before we go,
Leah, I went to school with Leah at Star High School.
Oh, hey.
And she went to Owens Community College. I went to school with her there. She probably might not remember me, but I played basketball at Star High School.
Oh, that's a real fan. This is turning a different combo.
Your name.
this thing ain't got into an entanglement.
This something else. Yeah, Kev.
Ain't no
Yeah.
No, Kevin, I remembered your name. To be honest with you, I haven't actually went to your page to be able to look at your picture, but I know that name for sure. Right. So yeah, when you say start and when we talk about history, for sure.
So you also changed, you gave your life for the, now you in Michigan changing laws, and you from Toledo. Hell yeah, Kev, we repping you, man, but we got to go pay this.
Now. I'm in Toledo.
Yeah, we know because you about to send that cash out. So, so man, we got to go to this sponsor, bro. It's that, the Rise and Grind morning show right here on the 419 Grind podcast.
The Rise and Grind morning show is on 419 The Grind.
If you're tired of church as usual and you're looking for something invigorating, exciting with passion, then the Greater New Psalmist Baptist Church, 3251 Glendale, is the place for you. We are a people that's determined to occupy all streets while cultivating cultural change. The only thing's missing is you. Meet us at 3251 Glendale Avenue as we continue to be relevant and occupy all streets while cultivating cultural change.
Can I say one thing before I go? Leah.
And boom, yeah, say that.
Welcome back to the Rise and Grind Morning Show. It's your girl, Miss Leah Renee, and I got my boy in the studio with me, Savvy.
What's up, mama?
Big Trice in the studio too, but he had to take a little short break.
He had to go get himself together after that. He had an exclusive expose with our guy Kev, so we appreciate Kev calling through.
We appreciate Kevin Jones for calling in. Veteran, he's a fellow veteran. I'm also a veteran. Shout out to all our vets.
Thank you for your service.
Thank you, and shout out to all our armed forces and everybody that's on the front line, as well as the essential workers. We just thank everybody for their service, and especially those vets, because they don't get enough credit, and that's for sure. And so before we went to our sponsor, we were talking about. We had Kevin Jones on the line. He was commenting about voting, and that was the question of the day was, are you going to vote? And if so, why? And if not, why? And so, we've been sitting here talking about that, and, it can sometimes become a heated discussion. Dre,
it's
Savvy,
it's a lot
are you going to vote?
Yeah, like I said, I always do, just because it's a part of being, in the process. I don't particularly care for either side, knowing that these people sit at the same table. Now, that's another discussion we can have. But again, just my experiences in life have taught me that, and I get that it's an unspoken sort of inference. Right. You know what I mean? We get that on the surface, though, politically. There's this side, there's the elephants, there's the donkey. We get all that. But really, these people sit together. Yeah. They engage together. Yep. They eat at fundraisers together, golf outings, country clubs, and so forth, right? That's how that works, and that's what we are not looking at things from that perspective, and the fact that we are in a very, very adverse position on the board, even worse than what we are kind of addressing on the surface. You know what I mean? The things that we're saying are some of the obvious things, but in terms of just referring to that systematic racism and all that, well, we should talk more about how does that work? You see what I'm saying? Or let's have examples, and let's hold companies accountable that are doing that, or situations that are happening to you when you're losing opportunities and things like that because people are saying things about you. You have no idea what's happening. And I mean, just on its most micro level. Right. And that's how that's done, by people saying, Leah's not cool, because see, it comes through the door like, this Leah Renee, what's she like? Well, first of all, she's of color, so really? Okay, well, let's move that. Let's go to something else. You know what I'm saying? And that's why you kind of have to stop. We no disrespect, and we understand kids that are already named, they can't do anything about it, but all this, everything, LaQuisha and this, that, and that's an indicator on the application, though, before she comes through the door, because I'm sorry, but most affluent white families aren't doing that with their children's names. Right. Why can't you just go with Morgan and Madison? And I say that because one of my homeboys is African dark knight as can be. His daughter's Morgan and Madison, though. Right. You see what I'm saying? So they will at least get to the interview. Right. But then it's too late. I'm here now. Now you got to deal with me. So if I'm cool and my character's good, please give me my opportunity. Right. You see what I'm saying? But don't kill me before I come through. I'm already been discarded because, again, we think that's keeping it real, and that's what we do. Well, we need to stop doing things like that. Okay? That needs to stop happening. And we need to stop accepting it, though, as that's what we do. Just like we love to eat our soul food, as they say, and our hams and our macaroni and cheese and all that. And I love it too, but that's still killing you. That's why auntie and them got diabetes. Everybody in the family is ankle swole and all this. I got them too, right? So we looking at that. So how long is that going to go on? And when they telling you, now we have the ability to research and find out. That's the reason Dr. Sabi dead. Because he was just trying to stop you from doing that. Because you could live without going to the pharmacy. Right. You don't have to stop at the pharmacy. That's another game.
Yeah, my mom is a retired nurse, and she is all about. She'll
tell you. She know. Now, ain't that something?
She don't mess with any type of chemicals.
Now, see, and she's saying, if I wouldn't even have a job, if I told you don't, she needs you to go to the pharmacy so you can come in there and see her. But she's telling you that's not the look.
And she was a psych nurse. She worked at the state. She worked
for
the state at Northwest Ohio Psychiatric Hospital her whole career, and so she says, even like with mental medications, she doesn't agree with none of that because it just messes you up more than
you off balance. And once you're gone, I got family again. I speak to this from a personal. I've been dealing my whole life watching an example. I don't know how one day I might expose that and get to that point and say, you know, who that is, how that is, and what that's like. But she's absolutely correct.
Yeah,
because
I
probably
myself also had the same situation with someone very close in my family, you know, who
the
ended up passing away, you know, and that medication didn't do anything to help the situation. It just made it worse.
And when you off it, then you really, it's all bad, right? Because Leah, I could argue now, many people would say, I could use some medication, Leah. Yes, I could use, my up and down swings.
Hey, you know,
my bipolar swings, right?
I'm bipolar. It is what it is. I could use some medication. But
I'm out of here, right? They tell you, I already know, right? But I'm not doing the meds. We're not doing that.
I'm not doing the meds either.
No, I'm good. I'm cool. We're not talking about that. We're not going there on that one. You know, especially when they tell you it affects you a certain physical way as a man. That's what they lost me right there. So they said this is a byproduct of taking this. Oh no, I'm out.
Right.
We're not doing that.
No, we're not doing
you can
that
keep
at all.
that. No, you can keep that.
And the sad part about it is, Savvy, if you think about it, what's the one drug that isn't legal all over the place anymore? I mean, you know, still to this day isn't legal all over the place. Yet marijuana is killing cancer and things of that nature. So the one drug that would really make a difference and could really help people without affecting them in a negative way, they don't want to make that legal. No, God forbid. Because then how would you medical corporations get your money?
And so, and again, as we discussed all along, everything we've talked about today, I'm assuming just maybe we winding down at this point, you know, as we've done a lot here today, and there's a lot for people to chew on, you know what I mean, and think about today. And this is, I really appreciate, like I said, just being a part of this energy, man. And like I said, man, I hope you guys will have me and allow me to continue to be a part of this, because this is a serious situation. We need it.
It's a good dynamic, a good
Told
vibe.
you, I loved it, man. It was incredible.
Good dynamic.
JQ Cole is still on the live. He says meditation and eating correctly. We as a people have to up the game all the way around. Yes, you are so right, JQ. You are so right.
Exactly.
We have to, we have to start with, like you said, educating ourselves, taking care of ourselves.
Yeah, and being responsible that way.
Being responsible, and then passing that down to our children. Because what are we doing? We wonder why all our kids are bigger than us. I mean, you know what I mean?
Or just different things that they're going through. Things that they're going through, you know what I'm saying, and that have been passed down. We haven't even touched on. We've touched on it, but we haven't specified it. The generational curse is our biggest.
Yes.
That's the one that's the curtain that's draped over us, right? Because we handing it down since back the other day. We handing it down every single day, and that's the thing. When are we going to break those curses for our children, fathers, mothers, especially us fellas? When are we going to change our hookup? You know, so and ask each other to do so. You know what I'm saying? Hold your homeboys account. That's one thing we had when I was in high school. I will say, I think back to all my homeboys, and you know how it used to be. You know how they get on you with your peer pressure. Well, ours was kind of in reverse. It wasn't like, some cats get bad grades, whatever, and that's cool.
Right.
You like the lame. If you in school, you the nerd. You getting A's and B's, right? No, not our clique. And we did all that. We had the cats, they drank and smoked and did all that. Everybody did the sex. They did all that stuff. But then came to class, it's a competition.
Right.
So we in algebra, geometry, all that. Oh, you got D's?
Right.
Nigga, what are you doing? You know what I'm saying? What is he talking about? You know what I'm saying? Shouts out Marlon Stokes, Fred Smith, all these boys, Mac Humber, Mac Men, and so on. And how we did it in Mr. Westmeyer's class. But that's what it was about, man. Tom Holmes, God rest your soul. Thomas Holmes III. You know what I'm saying? God rest your soul. But that's how we were on each other.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? We did all that. Everybody fought. You couldn't jump us. You couldn't do none of that. And we danced at the Mary Mac and was prancing around, you know what I'm saying, like Kid and Play.
Right.
When how about that?
Speaking of dancing, I feel like doing a little dancing. So we gonna.
What's up? What we going on? Where Trice go? How we gonna go? Where he go?
You know what? We gonna bring Trice back in, but for right now, we gonna go to some of our local music. We got Payne. We got Payne.
Oh, that's my dude. I like Payne.
Yeah, that's my boy Payne. So,
man, he's serious.
What's the name of the song we listening to?
Money.
Of course,
this is Money by Payne on the Rise and Grind Morning Show. Stay tuned.
Can you cut it up in the headphones though?
All I see is money, all I need is money. Them ones, the fives, them tens, them 20s. Them 50s and hundreds, I want it. Can't shit get me from it. All I see is money. Hundreds, oh hundreds, oh hundreds, all I want is money. All I need is the money, I want it. If they ain't speaking money, they ain't speaking of me. If they ain't speaking money, they ain't speaking of me. speaking money, they ain't speaking of me. The money, the money, the money, all I want is money. All I need is the money, I want it. All I know is get dough. All I know is get paid. We working 25/8 every day. We ain't heard of sick days. They know how I do it. There's nothing they did that can fuck with the shit that I've been made. Chopper blow, leaving with the just took a straight shot at gin face. I'm the man. Been popping for summers. I'll body anybody on it who with it. I don't give a fuck about the name of the time. Anybody die for them digits. I told them sorry for the wait. I've been grinding, but ain't put a stop to the spitting. And they said if this is the life that you choose, then there's certain shit that gotta come with this. I'm from the slums and everywhere I been, bitch, I'm a product of this shit. We straight from the bottom, so all I know is the squad. We bout to go get it. We gotta go get it. Ain't an option. Keep pissing them off. Haters watching. We shitting on y'all. Pain popping. You better be cool when the flame by them. I smoke so many blunts in a day. I should be in the Guinness. No, we not high. Bitch, we be shifting. Rolling Popeye. Eating the spinach. You with the block. Watch. You be snitching. Give it stop. Pop. Watch him sniffing. They call him September 11th. He already on his way to heaven. Swore. All I see is money. All I need is money. The ones, the fives, them tens, them 20s. The 50s and hundreds, I want it. Can't shit get me from it. All I see is money. Hundreds on hundreds on hundreds, all I want is money. All I need is the money, I want it. If they ain't speaking money, they ain't speaking of me. If they ain't speaking money, they ain't speaking of me. If they ain't speaking money, they ain't speaking of me. The money, the money, the money, all I want is money. All I need is the money, I want it.
Our boy Payne with Money. I like that track. What y'all think? How y'all like that track?
Payne's serious, man. That's all I know. He's just a serious cat.
Payne is serious. He told me flat out, it ain't no backup plan, and yelled at me on my show.
See, you seen Jaden. Jay said that. Everybody
told you. I ain't mad at it.
I definitely like it.
I'm gonna keep a backup plan of B, C, D, E, F, and G. I don't know about nobody else, but I ain't mad at it.
That's the mom.
But that's my boy. That's my boy Payne though. He's got some really dope music, and he's a really down to earth person. You know what I mean? Like we had a good conversation, and we just agreed to disagree.
Yeah, that boy. Yeah, that brother intense. That's all. That's what I see. That brother's intense, man. So respect to him though. I appreciate his energy though, for sure.
I'm sorry. I just want to take a moment because we were doing shout outs yesterday and I didn't shout out two very important people. And
Told you if we didn't get you yesterday, we'll get you today.
I know, but I felt really bad about it because Real Table Talk with Leah Renee. Make sure you guys go to the Real Table Talk with Leah Renee Facebook page and YouTube page and make sure you like and share and subscribe. But I want to send a shout out to my boy Mike Robb and Dwayne Moorhead because those two gentlemen brought me and Cherie together and they birthed the Fire and Ice podcast, which was our original show. And just because, they both have so much going on, Dwayne's son just got signed to a college football, he's that coach, that dad that, he's always on it, on top of it. I've been seeing it ever since McKinley days when when he was coaching the Broncos. So, he's
shout out to Mid City Football.
Yeah, so he's real busy with that. He, and then Mike Robb, he's got a lot going on. He does stuff with iHeart Media as well, and he does stuff with UT, and he's just all over the place. So, between the two of them and the two of us, we kind of had some, we just weren't able to kind of really get it together. So me and Cherie ended up trying to, just pick, keep it going on our own with and that's when we changed the name to Real Table Talk with Leah Renee and Cherie, and then she ended up having to step back a little bit due to being an essential worker and just being a single mom and having a lot on her plate, and I love her to death, and I told her the door is always open, she can always come back anytime. But I definitely wanted to shout out Mike Robb and Dwayne Moorhead because they brought us together and they birthed what is now Real Table Talk with Leah Renee, and I want you two to both know that you guys birthed that, and I give you that credit, and I'll never forget that. And it's now called Real Table Talk with Leah Renee, but I will never forget that you two started it all, and you saw the vision before I even did. So
her conscious fellas whooped her, and somebody jumped in her inbox and said something. That girl, she trying to get that thing off of her.
Every time I try to have a serious moment, here he comes.
Okay, my bad. But you said it yesterday because when we were talking about our sisters and Jesse went to God speaking about his sister, and I'm like, what can I? He like, no, you missed this train. You got to come back to get it. And you said it. You was like, Leah, you said it yesterday. If we didn't get you today, we'll get you tomorrow.
I think you was the one that actually made that up, though. That was high. I was like, I like that.
And so you came back, and that's where this thing is. I like expect the unexpected, because when we walked in today, and Lexi was here, Dre was here, y'all was here, but I even seen Leah Carr here before mine. I was like, oh, this is that part. Then Jesse didn't text me like, you cool? We know what that text mean, bro. I'm coming, man. You were supposed to be here at 7:01, bro. It's 8:22. So, man, and that's what I like. And so one thing about all of us, and I hope we are able to operate in that space live, and is that there's no gray area. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I might not say it correctly, and we can hold each other accountable to say, okay, you could have said it a little different, but it's going to be black and white. We are in 2020 pandemic, COVID, social distance. I'm about ready to whoop both of them of us at the same damn time, and the Negro in the mask, or anybody, because I don't have to be one. But I'm saying that to say, ain't no more, well, I felt this type of way, or it's seen, I didn't get that in it. No, let's speak on it. Because that's the only way we going to move from it. So I thank you for going to get them brothers and letting them know that we sit here with the Leah Renee because of them two brothers right there. And you giving, as a queen, giving them brothers, they do. And the lady that you spoke of, but you did that because they was in your inbox and say you didn't say my name yesterday.
No, they really didn't. They really didn't. And so,
your conscience really was on your inbox.
No, I thought about them, and I was like, dang, those
conscious.
are two people who.
That's called conscious.
Whatever you want to call it. You know what I mean? Whatever you want to call it. But they were on my mind when I woke up, and I said I definitely got to make sure, I shot them out. And while
you followed the spirit, and there it is.
Yes, and while I'm on the mic, because I said
they went to go get God real quick in this.
I said what I said to Jesse offline and off cameras, and then I'm gonna say it again. Jesse saw the vision.
Getting it ready.
Jesse saw the vision. Jesse sees potential in me. Jesse sees Leah Renee as the star that she is before she becomes that. And I'm so used to men seeing me for my physical attributes and my physical assets. And having been in the adult industry, you get to a situation where you feel like that's all you have to bring to the table. And, I am college educated. I am a veteran of the U.S. Armed Forces. I am a mother. I am a Christian woman. I am a woman of God. And no one is going to try to make me feel like I'm not good enough to be where I am today. And Jesse saw something in me, not knowing who I am, just knowing like she's going somewhere, and and he wanted to invite me to be a part of what he has going on. And and Jesse, I thank you for that, my brother. I thank you for that. From the very start, you've been nothing but respectful, loving, encouraging, motivating, and I don't know what I would do if I hadn't met you.
I thank you for that, because I didn't know you.
Don't fudge with her. She will whoop your ass tray.
I didn't know that was on your resume. Man. I didn't know what part of the adult industry.
Man, that's why that black one. That's why I said Senator that black and brown one.
I lived a double life for a really long time.
Oh, Lord knows I know double life. And all the women, they tell you that nigga know double life. It's about 30 people right now saying
he crazy.
No double life.
Hey, that's why it's so crazy. Y'all talking about bipolar. So here we at that moment.
As we close out this show.
No, so you know
let's
what?
Get on up.
So can we have the as you say? I like the way you say that. Let's give it the owner close out.
No, I just want to say I thank y'all for your talent, your skill, everything that you do, putting into the show. It means a lot, because
like you paying our check, so we listening like this show. So we all shut up.
I'm saying I appreciate you. I appreciate your work, Dre. We good. Trice, we good. Leah, we good.
For sure.
So. Respect, King. Oh man, and God bless you, man. Cover be to you, man, upon you and everything, man, because this is incredible. Like I said, we done doubled up right here, man. This is lovely. You know what I'm saying? This is lovely for me to see as I'm thinking, just when you think you out in the desert, man, by yourself, you look around and it's another general right there, man. That's supposed to inspire you, man. That shouldn't upset you. That shouldn't make you concerned and make you scary.
Right.
And you're supposed to get hype.
Right.
Now we attacking.
Right.
It's all bad now because it's 2 of these. We out here on Talmadge, y'all. This rent out here.
And
crazy.
I also can't forget, because me and Savvy, he spoke on it earlier. Like our history goes back to 2012 when I was a fresh college graduate, fresh out of college, hadn't been able to get any opportunities yet, and he reached out to me. We linked up a couple times, and did some work and stuff, but I had just had my son, and so how it is when you're a new mom.
Leah was still out there grinding. She been wanting it, so I will say that too.
Shout out to you because you took a chance on me when nobody would, and
Peace, Queen. Absolutely. No, but you had it like they said, like Big Trav said. Brother Coleman can see it. Brother Trice is celebrating you. Everybody, you deserve that, but you still been at it. Like as I come back at it, you ain't broke. You see what I'm saying? You haven't broken your spirit like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not counting your pocketbook. I'm talking about your spirit. And everybody else, they quitting. Well, that's all right. We changing that. Don't worry about that. You know what I'm saying?
Promise you.
And so, that's what's important though. And I want the other young ladies, I want the fellas to see that.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't like as though no bunch of money was rolling in. Because apparently, she could have stayed with the adult thing. I didn't even know we got to roll that back. I didn't know. I just didn't know. You could have stayed there. But again, that money flows there. But that's what I'm saying.
I could have stayed there, but I have a bigger purpose.
And we've risen up.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying? And it's not a game. And there you have it. And there's the example. And now she out giving thanks for people who blessed her. And that's all it is, everybody.
Man, it's kind of crazy as we bring it to a close. And that's why, Dre, and I'm going to say this in power, you like pay-per-view. Like, even with Rise and Grind, like, this is special to have you. So I don't want everybody, listen to me, man, because you would take this if I'd say it off in a different way sometime, but you have grown from, Dre, everybody can't get this on a daily basis. Because you have those that grab the mic, especially for a generation, if you would, or an era where we didn't see nobody grab a mic. You took a product and you made it. Yes. You went on every platform. Yes. No, I ain't trying. I'm trying to keep you as a secret sauce, just like y'all just queued me up on your brother. Like Hollywood was just in the room, and now everybody listening. And we coming because y'all don't even know who with us. Shout out to Delence and Fight Time, man. Like it's some platforms that y'all doing, Dre. Right. I'm telling you, I don't want you on every day because I don't want everybody to know that, man. Y'all don't know who behind this. So when they feel it, and then you come back and say, Leah went to go get it. You said her spear wasn't broke. I told her the other day, and that she did too. I'm gonna bring some folks in here. I don't even want her to say nothing. I just want her to give us that because she gonna get that. Mm-hmm. I brought them. I kicked the door open, and Leah like, hey, and they was like, oh, unexpected beauty, Miss Sister Caldwell, and this thing sitting there behind the engine. I came in. It was a woman working the engineer, the thing, and she knew it, and she knew how to correct it. And she and her walking her journey. That's unexpected. That's right. We can't give them this because what we have not shown our people how to handle what we have. So until we, just like City Park, we want to. You tell us all the time, don't have that camera up here every week because we can't control what they always see. So that's why I speak power to your platforms, and I'm gonna get out of here. But when I hosted for Albie Shore did something that even I had to respect. We at the Maumee Theater. Big shout out to Q and everybody that he had be a part of bringing the Rude Boys, Jay Holiday, and it was a Mother's Day event, and he had Albie Shore. I don't care what you said about Albie Shore, what you think about Albie Shore. Albie Shore he was so professional in this way. Before he walked out on that stage, he did a 2-minute clip of every major person, Jay Leno, Johnny Carson, Lauryn Hill, Fabi, everybody in the game mentioned his name. And I said, damn, I don't care who in this room, don't get it twisted. They mentioned his name. Before he even walked, don't look how old I am, what you say I can't do. Now he has the radio station on the 107.3 The Juice. You can hear him every day at, I think it's in the evening with Albie Shore on 107.3 The Juice. But what he did that was so profound to what I'm saying to you, Dre, what I'm saying to you, Leah, he put a clip before he stepped out on that stage, and everybody on that stage, we watched it as everybody in the game, major celebrity rappers say something about Albie Shore. So don't get it twisted on my name. And he wasn't caring about what he didn't get. So with that being said, this has been a great show. This is the all-new Rise and Grind morning show live right here with the 419 Grind Podcast. Make sure y'all check out my girl Leah Renee with
Real Table Talk with Leah Renee. Yes, make sure you follow that. And Self-Explanatory with Arlinda and Lance and Capital T, all of that. So make sure you guys stay tuned in. We love you. Thanks for all the support. And until next time,
blood, sending cookie bowls of fire. Trapping lines, frenemies, rocking wires. Serving people through some people, bitch, I'm tired. Cross the state in the kitchen, whipping omelets. Pasta mama told me how to make a profit. Get it clocked in a scale, gotta bag it, baby. I'm the 90s, but I'm whipping like the 80s, baby.
I'm hating, I ain't tripping, I'm just stacking, I'm just flipping, I'm just sticking to the script. Keep it fire, keep it whipping. Water whipping in the kitchen, bought that dollar, bitch, I get it. If you ain't fucking with my movement, fuck you and your feelings. So, money over everything, I mean every dollar. Water whipping in the kitchen, make the stove holler. And you ain't talking shit if it ain't about no money. Battle being exotic and I move it, bitch, I keep that Scotty.
Fuck, I look like going broke, chasing after bitches, money on the phone. Roll 9 woods out of 28 grams, rotating, slapping zone.
You hear me?
I've been in my zone, slapping zones, real trap. I've been in my zone, slapping zones, real trap.
Fuck, I look like going broke, chasing after